I missed it. I don't miss episodes, yo.
You missed 4 years. The whole Biden.
The whole Biden administration.
Whole Biden for. We're gonna call it the dark 4 years.
Yo, the dark 4, right? Yo, this is Brothers Talking Shit podcast, episode 181.
And we know y'all ready. 181.
Yes, sir.
Turned up. Sorry, Flush Man. Go ahead, brother.
Yo, this is Brothers Talking podcast, episode 181. If you don't know, after 181 episodes, because I'm on every single one of them, because I'm Mr. AC Green of the podcast shit. Who I am the Flush Man. I'm also the fat boy. I will call you Brothas. I am Flushy with the red cup. Mr. Peep The Blitz himself. We out here. Let's go.
And I'm Rel, a.k.a. Iceberg Shorty, a.k.a. the Prince of Poppin'. Shh. And I'm here. Let's get it, man.
Oh, you don't got that JB pack?
Nah, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to today's Baby Jay's birthday, so I'm gonna let him live.
Let him live.
You know what I'm saying? Happy birthday, little cuz.
You know what it is. It's your boy Big J, you know, and I'm out here and fuck your red cup because I'll double up. So let's go.
Yeah, he got the big gold red cup. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Let's go.
Where's that cup from?
How you got the 40-ounce red cup?
Yeah.
Crazy.
I saw that. I had to come at your neck. Let's go.
Whoa. Oh.
Yo, what up? What up? This your boy Dre B, aka King Mello. Turn me up in the headphones. I'm ready to pod.
Shout out to our brothers that can't be here. You know, life be life, and then you know it is what it is. But they here in support. You know,
shout out to active fathers.
Indeed.
They got sports stars, right? They playing basketball with supporting their kids playing ball.
Right, Sundays is basketball heavy, AAU and all that.
Shout out to Juice, shout out to Cool Mike, the People's Podiatrist, and Jordan.
JB somewhere.
He might just pop in randomly, you know what I'm saying, walking down the street.
It cause chaos.
Yeah, cause chaos, yeah.
JB is like a tornado just dropping randomly somewhere. Like, what the fuck just happened?
He run a buck.
The other day it was a tornado in South Jersey, just random. Like, that's JB, the tornado in Jersey.
He gonna come over here with a topic that ain't on no list.
Right. Can I say something real quick? Interrupt the whole situation. Hold up, Flush. Real quick. And go left field.
He ain't gonna say hold up.
I might have to create a JB NATO banner. That might be the move.
All right, so as I said, well, if y'all watch Brothers Talking Entertainment, last week we weren't present.
Shout out to all the mothers out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to cut them off. We're going to shout out to all the mothers. We thought about y'all. So, you know, happy Mother's Day and everything else. All right, go ahead, Lil Cup.
Yeah, and that's straight from Big Bookie 69.
Big Bookie 69 at gmail.com, ladies. Be around.
Yo, he got doxed again. Hey Jay, how many emails you get from that last week, man?
We're gonna talk offline.
Yeah, what's up about the city, y'all, man? Yeah, so for the safety and sanity for all the men on this podcast, we didn't produce last week because we love our sanity and we don't want no smoke with the women that matter in our lives.
Yeah,
Indeed.
We ain't want no problems.
All right, so in the last 2 weeks, we've had the jury selection and the start of the trial for the Diddy trial. I ain't gonna hold you. No. Go ahead. How you feel about the Diddy trial?
You want me to go first?
Yes, I want you to go first.
All right, man. Like, I knew it was happening, but I normally, when I'm working, I normally have news in the background so I can stay abreast of what's going on in the world, right? Because if y'all don't know, the Brothers Talking, we're a collective of a lot of intelligent brothers who are worldly, I would say, right? So I got news on the background, and I turn around, and they are literally talking about the Diddy trial. And I hated it so much, right? Because you just had a bunch of old people who aren't a part of the culture talking about it, and they just was making stuff up and saying things like, I've covered Diddy for, the past 25 years, and he was doing this, and he was doing that, and, this is what he meant when he said, take that. Like what are y'all talking about? Yo, it was wild. I'm telling you, I should have recorded it. It was wild.
What did he mean when he said take that?
But bro, I tuned it out. Like, I just couldn't. I just couldn't and be involved. Like some dude from Vanity Fair. You know what I'm saying? I don't even need to say what
Vanity Fair.
Yeah, what he represented. It was wild. So the jury selection went in, and last week was the main. Last week and the end of the week before was basically them.
Doing jury selection.
No, after jury selection. We talking about the trial.
Oh, okay.
Jury's there. I don't care. Yeah, you got 12 people there. Cool. Sounds
cool.
Right? But they were examining across the
yeah.
The
testimony of Cassie herself.
Of Cassie Ventura, right? Diddy's old flame. And I knew that it was wild, but what's coming out in this trial is wild, right? Mm-hmm. You had the male escort that was like, they paid us. It got real freaky. She would pay me when he was or wasn't around, talking about him finishing on her, and then what Diddy would do with, you know what I'm saying, the finishing move, right? You know what I'm saying? And
No, real. We not doing that.
We not there.
No, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna shoot Diddy no bail. Right? Diddy was out here and he had Cassie smearing another man's slime all over his nipples. That's what he was doing. We not shooting no bail. That's what he was doing.
Allegedly. She said. Allegedly.
Start off by saying,
refer to the tag at the beginning of the episode because we're just speculating and talking.
Right.
This is for entertainment purposes only. I just go and repeat it.
Let me start off by saying, Dre, I love that red and gray and that Brothas Talking t-shirt.
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing. I'm sorry, I just caught my eye.
For sure.
This is nice.
Yeah.
That I don't know why that part of that situation just really
it sticks out to everybody.
Yeah, I mean, like
it sticks out.
Even like,
double entendre, don't even ask me how.
But like being a freak boy, even messing with men and all that. We all in my head, I've accepted that that's part of what he do, but the whole going in the other room and smearing another man's.
Wait, hold on, time out. Going in the other. So wait, he wasn't even in the room. He went to the other room to do it.
To the next room.
Yeah, right. He was in the room with them. He'd be sitting in the corner with a mask on. Sometimes he don't got a mask on. He in the corner.
Is he in the corner with a mask? Is crazy.
Get to where he gets to. Watch.
Definitely say take that.
Yeah, get to what he get to. Then he go in the other room with her because he don't want. I guess he don't want Boy to see. His situation.
I mean, that got to be covered in the NDA because if you out here doing that type of wild stuff, you got to have an NDA.
How long is that?
What's covered in
the raw dog in the prostitute? I'm just trying to figure out what's going.
This is my twist.
You can't say NDA, like that's a question. That's an important question.
The NDA has to say you can't talk about nothing that happened in here. Like it got to say that.
Got to.
But what I'm saying is, I think they are having unprotected sex.
Yes. No, they said it.
Oh, I didn't hear that part. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
She said sexually transmitted diseases. Am I wrong in that? I thought that was kind of being said.
I think it was alluded to during her testimony. Yes.
Right. So he would go when she would go in the room and rub main man situation on Puff chest.
Yeah.
What did that do for you, brother? And how long does that stay there? Like you put your shirt back on and go about your day? Like you wash it off? Like I had so many more questions.
I probably thought there was baby oil. So
no, you know what it was? No, what kind of? Hold on.
Because
they don't have sticky baby oil.
I've seen baby oil underneath the cabinet. Listen, I've seen baby oil underneath the cabinet with dust particles on it this thick, and if you shake it up, it still do what baby oil do. So and then, he couldn't think it was baby oil.
And then my next
like this, that's you got to relax.
But then the other thing that kind of got me is like, okay, well, if that's what you do, right? But how is it getting transported from one room to the other? Like what? Y'all got a container? Y'all like, is it on your hand? Like, what is going on here?
There's a lot of questions.
I think she had it in her mouth.
It was on her.
Oh,
hold on, wait.
It was on where?
I'm not sure. It might be different places. It might be on the butt.
And they was transferring.
And she would get up and they would go in another room. As the boy who's sitting there, what is he thinking? Like, what's going on?
Like, where y'all going? Like, hey, where y'all going?
I mean,
y'all come in and make him exit, or is it over there?
You got some fake others playing in the background, you know.
What I remember days.
Hey, he got Big Papa playing in the background.
Oh, he could have Big on.
No,
Big and R. Kelly too. Yo,
Oh,
how
man.
does a 4-day freak off happen?
First of all, hold on. Let me about this 4-day freak off. I think freaking off for 4 days in your 50s is absolutely insane. All right, like, bro, Puff,
Freaking
you
off
got a
4
lot.
days in your 20s is the same.
Bro, you got a lot to do.
4 hours in your 40s is nuts. 4 days.
Like, nobody expected Michael Jordan to put up 60 when he was 40 years old. So, Puff, what are you doing? Like, relax, bro. It's okay. It's okay to do, you know what I'm saying, 15, 20 minutes and go get you some Gatorade, bro. What are you doing?
I'm curious of what does that really mean? Does that really mean like, does 4 days really mean like, it's not consistent the whole, like how much of the 4 days are you?
I think you just go somewhere for 4 days with the establishment that we're going to do these freaky things.
Right.
And so whenever it pop off, it pop off.
But what's the break like? Like, is it a scheduled time throughout the day?
It depends on how many participants you got. Because for some people, it might not stop.
Right. So from what we gathering, right? A lot of times with Cassie, was it other women in the room or was her and other guys? Like, what was the mathematic like as far as
all of the above? So it was her and other guys.
We haven't heard that much of her and other girls in these instances, have we? In this case,
no. That hasn't.
And it's a lot of her, just him watching her doing these situations.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, like, everyone has their own little
kinks,
kink thing about him, right? What makes him different from anybody else, right? Because he's puffy?
Nothing. I don't think anything I've heard been like, oh my gosh, it just isn't the wildest thing I've heard. I told y'all where my wildest thing I've seen and heard was 2 girls, 1 cup, right? Like, that is at the highest level of, I can't believe I just saw that.
I mean, Flush never seen it. So.
And he should not. And I'm not. I've heard of it before. I'm not. I'm not sure if I don't think I ever.
You heard it in Lil Wayne verse. That's only.
No, I never.
No. I think
I never watched it myself.
Yeah.
I am, from what they're telling me, I don't want to watch it.
You don't want to watch it.
You don't want to watch it.
Yeah. No.
Okay, I will. I won't.
Yeah.
So, all right. Far you said that's the. I don't know why. For me, I don't know why it seems so weird because I understand that he was dealing with other guys in these situations. So, but that chest thing just really blew my mind. I don't know why it was such a big.
That's just like me coming on and saying,
no, another man's. Let
me take you to go get dressed.
If we hooping, right? I don't like. You know how you hooping, somebody leaning up like, dog, get your sweaty ass off me, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not really with another man body. That's a whole nother fluid from a nigga.
And you know what? It's crazy too because I accepted a long time ago that Puff was involved with other men, and I kind of came to that acceptance a long time ago. There's just too many rumors. He asking Fab when you gonna let me take you shopping and when we partying together. So it's been obvious for years that he was into some wild stuff.
He said, and that's what's crazy. Like, you know how when you know somebody, like let's say if you're dealing with a woman, right, and you find out they lied to you about, and now everything you start breaking down everything that they said to you, and it looks totally different. That Fab conversation, no, you ain't really party with me though. He was like, nah, I party with you, and he's like, no, like you really like. It looked different now. All these things, him taking 50 shopping, Meek Mill, him being dressed alike.
He didn't take 50 shopping.
He wanted to take 50 shopping.
He said, let me take you shopping.
Right, but he's like, nah, when he said the Fab, though, like, no, you ain't really party with me. Like, nah, party. No, you ain't really party with me.
I mean, you got to think about it. Times change, right? So, like, in the 90s, if you can't come out today and be Mr. Cheeks as a rapper. Because you sideways, right? In the 90s, we was like, yo, lights, camera, action. We was in there getting it, right?
Yeah.
There's certain things you can't do nowadays. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think we knew Mr. Cheeks was even. Did we know Mr. Cheeks' name initially when the Lost Boys? It might have been a little while into the Lost Boys when we knew Mr. Cheeks.
No, he was always the front man.
No, he was, but we probably didn't necessarily know. Like,
Mr. Cheeks,
you didn't
Pretty
say,
Lou, Freaky Tie, Spiggy Spig Nice. You know what I'm saying? Lost Boys. You always knew that.
That name.
And Renee was way before Lights, Camera, Action.
Oh yeah,
that Renee and all that.
The Lex Cooster B was in the bins. All of that.
But I mean, but Flesh, let me you a hip hop guy. Are we really surprised that the man that said that you was more than my girl, we was like brothers all night, we were play fight undercovers? What does that even mean? We surprised that guy is smearing man gravy on himself?
Man,
we surprised?
Wow. Man, man, gravy.
We shocked.
Man gravy is
wow.
That's hilarious.
Ain't that what the white girl said?
Like, what are we doing?
Didn't the white girl say that to Shannon Sharp?
She definitely said something crazy.
Well,
his name is Mr. Sharp.
I said Shannon. I ain't say
Uncle Shannon.
I just say he's Mr. Sharp. That's what
I can call him Shannon though, but
okay, I know what. No, we decided he's Mr. Sharp.
And if she used that in the conversation, though, she put Big Black in front of it because everything she said was Big Black.
Big Black.
So she wanted some Big Black man gravy. That's what she wanted.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's just
so hold up, because that's what I'm saying. The whole thing with all the shit plays back different. Like, whoever wrote that, you was more than my girl. We was like brothers. Me and I love my wife. My wife, I never look at my wife like, damn, you like my brother.
Never.
Where the fuck did that make sense at?
But
my
again,
brother is my brother.
In the 90s, you can say shit like that.
No, and it still don't make sense. It gotta make sense though. When you see it on paper, you was more than my girl. You was like my brother.
All night we would play fight undercovers. What?
Why would you and your brother play fight undercover? I don't play
the one thing
I don't talk to naked men. That's just how I move. I don't talk to men in their drawers. That's just how I live my life. Y'all remember on Paper Soldiers where Kev was talking to the boy like, you put a shirt on? Like, I don't talk to men with shirts off. Like, unless you're at the beach or something. If I'm just at your house, you got your shirt off, you walking around the house. What's going on? What we doing here? Like, why are you not dressed?
Listen, the one thing, looking at all of this, and you know, I kind of alluded to this in the short, right? The one thing that all of this has taught me, I'm talking about Diddy, I'm talking about R. Kelly, I'm talking about Epstein, I'm talking about Bill Cosby, and the list goes on and on. Bro, I have no desire to attain freaky finances, bro. I don't want none, right? And so for all of those people that have been texting me and calling me and asking me what freaky finances are, bro, that's when you reach a level of like financial affluence where you have like a God complex. And in order to be satisfied, whether it's sexually or whatever, you got to do the most vile, like unimaginable, nasty things possible, right? Just to have a good time. You got to take drugs. You got to do all of these unmentionable things just to be sexually gratified. Bro, I hope none of us on this pod ever get to a level where we got freaky finances, bro. Like I just don't. Like it's crazy some of the things that they doing, and it's just apparent that this is not a one-off thing, right? This is not just Diddy. Look at all of the people I just named that was out here that got to do wild stuff, and that's just the stuff that's come out. Imagine what we don't know. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely agree with you. Like I really want to, when I think about life and when I leave in the financial situation I'm in, I just want to be. I think I had posted something not too long ago where I don't want to be. I just need enough for my family to be straight. I don't even need to be seen in the market and be known. Right. I just need for my family to be cool. We move every day, and money's not an issue. And that's what I would want for myself and for my family.
Do you have that number in your head?
I don't have that number in my head, but I definitely don't want to be in a position where as though, and I don't know if it comes to I don't know. I wonder how much your surrounding plays in these scenarios.
Okay.
The people you have that surround you, because I will hope when I look at the people I have around me, if I was to ever financially get to a certain point, I feel like I had people around me who would check me and wouldn't let me get too out of line. And now I'm talking from an age of somebody who's 40 years old and haven't attained that. I'm not talking about somebody who was 20 years old and got his own company. Let's not forget the when we talk about the history of Diddy, the things that's said about him and what's the old head boy that gave him Bad Boy?
Andre.
No. He didn't give him Bad Boy. Main man who was with Whitney Houston, who found Whitney Houston.
Oh, Clive Davis, and basically him being Clive Davis' little plaything on the humbug back then, because they said Andre Harrell was Clive Davis' plaything, and then Diddy became that, and that's how Diddy got Bad Boy. So I can't speak from that level of having money or having this. Let's talk about the basketball situation, the thing that happened at the celebrity game
where there should have been consequences for that kind of went away with Diddy. So it's been a long line of years and years and years of getting away with a lot of things that might play a part in not being held accountable. Does that play a part in even when in these younger situations where with the basketball game where you get away with stuff, you start feeling like you're invincible. You can start doing stuff that you know ain't right or it's against the law because you've seen you not be in trouble when you should have been in trouble. Do these things play a part in the end result of?
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, 100%. Like you, just like serial killers, right?
So it's not. That's what I'm saying. Like, is it? So it's more. It's more than the money. It's more than the money, then, right?
Facts.
When you say it's more than the money, no.
Because if you got the money, but you never got in trouble, like the getting away with it is where the money plays a part in you getting away with it. You feel like
correct.
But do you think he had that kind of money that spoke those kind of volumes at that time, young?
Did he?
Yeah. Diddy only got in trouble when he tried to take down the liquor company, right? Yeah. Like that's when they started going after him, right? And there's a couple parts of this, right? So I want to unpack it and say, well, you know what I'm saying? Everybody should have a number in your head, right? Or something that you want to accomplish. Now, and I'll share mine. I need PJ money, right? And shout out to PJ, you know what I'm saying, as in Preston, who's not here today. He'll be here at some point. But when I say PJ, I mean like private jet. Because I hate going to the airport, dog. like I genuinely hate going to the airport. I love going places, but I hate going to the airport. And I just want to pack me and my squad up. Yo, Vegas, fight night. We all coming from the East Coast. We're going to slide down to SoCal, pick up Dre, and we're going to take that 15-minute flight across the desert, and we're going to land in goddamn going LVH. You know what I mean?
But you feel like you had people around you who you're not going to get to that.
Bro, I had a significant amount of money in my bank account, and I slept on your couch. Right?
See, I didn't want to say that. I didn't want to speak to that unless you said that.
Yeah, no, because we don't have to say it. I've been okay.
You went from a certain place and then you did a nice slow jump.
Yeah.
Let's say that, right? A nice slow jump. Yep. And in the midst of that nice slow jump, I give you the fact that to me, as your best friend, your brother, I didn't see a change in how you acted. And I'm not going to go ahead, Dre.
So what I think that is, and not to cut you off, right? But what I think that is, the saying is there, right? Money doesn't change who you are; it magnifies it. So the reason why there was no major change in Rel is because the Rel that sits here on this podcast is the same Rel you knew 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So he made the jump and he got a little bit of money, and you know what I'm saying. But he's being true to himself. And I think when we talk about, Diddy specifically, right? You just mentioned the rumors of him being this person's, concubine or whatever he was to him, right? He was down with that when he didn't have no money. So now, the maturation of that is now I get money and I got the power. So now I'm doing 4-day freak offs. And now I'm forcing that way of life and forcing that power off on other people, as a way to be sexually gratified. I think for him, it was about control. It wasn't even about the sexual acts. I think he just gets off on being in control of things. Everything.
Right.
Yeah.
So what we've seen so far, we've seen 5 days. They also had Cassidy. Cassidy. I don't know what just happened with that.
Hey, he might be.
Girl, won't you come to my hotel? No, so you got Cassie who's been up on the stand and has been cross-examined. Yesterday they had Friday they had Dawn from Danny Kane up there.
Is she done?
I think she is cross-examined. Yeah, she is cross-examined on Monday. I think.
I didn't even know that.
She said
Dawn is involved.
I guess Puff take his eggs seriously because something happened with his eggs and he tried to hit Cassie over the head with a frying pan. So I guess his eggs is very important to his daily routine. But do we see a thing after a week of what we've seen? And we, as men who have lives, we haven't seen every single thing. I've tried to keep up with as much as I can. But obviously, from what you've seen or what you've heard, does he do a day in jail from what you've seen or what you've heard?
So I've said it from the beginning. He's not gonna go to jail, right? This is allegedly, right? So
no, he's still in jail.
Right. So, whatever he's
time served
already, right? As far as harsh time, no. This is normal activity of everyday human Americans that live right next door to you. They may have swings, they may have ropes, they may have poles, they may have bite pieces in their mouth or whatever else, right?
Jay, what do you think he's on trial for?
He's on just doing freak shit.
What is he on trial for, Jay?
Like that's it. Like to break it down, like that's it.
No, that's not what he's on trial for.
Nah.
He's on trial for
RICO.
Yeah, right. It's a RICO charge.
I have a super obvious question. Go ahead, Jay. Go ahead.
And a lot of people think he's on trial. I mean, they say that, right? So RICO. But a lot of people think he's on trial for sex trafficking. He's not on trial. He didn't.
That's a part of it.
That's part of it.
That's part of it.
They haven't.
That's part of it.
This is 6 weeks to 8 weeks of a trial. This has been the first week.
Well, yeah, I mean, they said they had
for
people
me,
outside
from what I'm seeing, from what I'm gathering, and I'm not a law boy at all. To me, it seemed like a setup for whatever's next to come as far as the prosecution. That's what I gather from it.
Real, go ahead, ask your question.
Yeah, like RICO. You know what I'm saying? Like, you think about all the people who have RICO cases against them, and like it's more famously with the mob, right? You know what I'm saying? When you talk about John, let's go John Gotti, right? He had a whole family, right? It was a whole crime family that you had a bunch of people at, and you're trying to get the person at the head. Who else is on trial with Diddy? Where the Codys? Where the Codys at? How do you? You're not a one man RICO. There's no such thing. Like,
so answer the question.
Don't know what he's on fucking trial for. Like, to Jay's point, he's doing stuff that ain't like. I guarantee you, whatever we've seen and heard is probably the most vanilla thing in all of Hollywood. Like, this nasty shit that's been going on forever, and their sexual proclivities. This is nothing, so I don't know what he's actually on trial for. And you say 6 to 8 weeks. Sure, where's the bombshell that you're going to drop on us, right? You're bringing people up, and everything is coming back. So you mentioned Dawn. Did he swing the frying pan at Dawn or Cassie, and Dawn just saw it?
Cassie and Dawn saw it.
So now everybody's just tying stuff back to Cassie. She already won her civil trial, got 30 M's. Am I correct? She got 30 M's.
Yeah.
Right? He definitely abused her. I don't even want to go there and say he didn't. I believe that. Right? We all saw it with our own two eyes. I was wrong. I was like, I thought it was a money grab. I apologize. That's not the case. He actually abused her, right? Saw it with my own two eyes. Can't take that away. It was real Ray Rice's. Shout out to Ray Rice. That's when he used to be my breakfast partner. Damn, Ray Rice called it straight. It's crazy. But y'all keep kicking it back to Cassie. All right, yo, we know that, but that's not a RICO. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like they went as high as they could possibly go in the charges to criminalize the motherfucker for domestic violence.
And you came, what's that, double jeopardy? You came to charge twice for the same thing. And they already got rid of their case for her.
All right, so I asked the question. Does he do time?
So I think he does time. I don't think he does major time. So when we're talking about the RICO case, right? And I'm not saying that the prosecution is doing a very good job, right? But I think what they're trying to do, one, is they're trying to lay out, the Cassie thing was about the abuse and the freakiness, and to bring in, right, the drug use, and to make real the fact that he was bringing people in, right, to do these sexual acts and forcing people to do these sexual acts because paying someone, right, a sex worker, to go from New York to Atlanta or from Atlanta to Las Vegas to perform a sexual act, apparently that's illegal. You're not supposed to do that. So the freak offs are to establish that there were sex workers at Diddy's freak offs. So then you tie that to, well, where did these sex workers come from? The sex workers came from, New York and LA and all of these other places, and he was paying them to cross state lines in order to perform in these sexual acts where there were drugs involved. So now you're talking about buying drugs, which is an illegal act, and then he's rich. So how do I have the power and the finances, right, to make all of this stuff happen? It's because I have multiple business enterprises, and I'm using that money to fund a criminal enterprise. They're the freak offs and the sex trafficking and all of that. They're trying to tie that all together and saying, I'm using my finances to do these illegal things and then to cover up my illegal activity. Now, I'm not saying that I believe it or that I'm with it, but that's how they're trying to tie off. That's how it's a RICO case. It's kind of the same thing with like R. Kelly, where the music money was covering up all of the illegal activity he had going on with the young girls. They're trying to make the same case. It's not cut and dry, black and white, the same thing, but that's what they're aiming for when they give him a RICO.
This is
real quick. Go after anybody for this, right?
Right.
Like
see, the thing
you
is,
ever got
I think
flew out or flying somebody out? That's fucking. Or I could take somebody from Maryland to Delaware and that's crossing state lines, and all they gotta say is he paid me. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I mean, and that was my question, because if let's just say I get married or whatever, right? So and you fly in girls from Vegas, and they just are workers, but they don't have to have sex with you, and that's up to the person's discretion. Now, are you traffickers? You know what I mean? Now you're escorts. Just because you're escort,
they just making stuff up to attack
you're
people.
Escort. Doesn't mean you have to have sex with that person. Now you get in that room and you see a nigga with waves coming out talking about take that. Well, I can put you on the track. You gonna be like, yeah, I slept with Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you mean like to what Rel's saying? Like it's there's no case. Like
Dre's right in everything that he said. You're like, well, he has a business and he paid for these things with money from that business. So like John Gotti him. Like, no.
The whole fact of the matter is the law don't make sense. The law that's in place don't make sense.
Right. Like
why is the law here? Don't make sense.
They've been doing that. Chuck Berry. They've been doing that shit.
So the thing with me with the whole Cassie and why it's so strong with Cassie is because when I think about it, it's more of a thing like when you show the abuse, you show that anything that she does transactional wise too. Let's say he didn't take every transaction he didn't do. It's a lot of things that she did as far as these situations. Right. So
then you gotta record too.
But when I show the abuse translates to her being scared of her fear or why she was actually doing what she was doing for his you get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, if I can't tie you to it, because if I'm smart enough, I'm not gonna do the crime. All right, you the one who's gonna pay this, that, and the third. So then when it comes back, you got to sit on that. That's like when you hustle and I got to work, but I put a young boy out there and young boy taking all the risks for real. Because if the cops come, even though I'm the one who got the work out there, he the one serving. So he gonna have to go to jail for it. You get what I'm saying? So to me, that's what I'm saying. That's why I think all this Cassie stuff is being pushed like that, because when it's a lot of stuff with Cassie's doing it. So it's like, oh, well, he didn't actually call him. Oh, he didn't actually do this, that, and the third. So it's Cassie the one who did it. Well, we got to show all this stuff that Cassie went through, the fear factor, her being scared or whatever, so that it justifies her doing it for him. And that what's the name? Now, a question that I didn't hear answered, I asked one question, and Jay the only one who answered it. Will he do a day in jail?
I said he's going to jail. I said he's going to jail. Now, do I think he's going to jail? Do I think he's going to jail for a long time? No. I think with the amount of time, by the time the trial is over with, and then if he's found guilty, he goes to sentencing and all of that. I think by the time that happens, he might do 24, 36 months, and then he's back home like nothing happened. I don't think Diddy not going to jail for the rest of his life. I don't think that's going to happen, but I don't think there's enough of a criminal enterprise, right, for them to do that. But is he guilty of paying people to cross state lines and freak off? The answer is yes, he did it. So do I think he might do some time for that? Yeah, but he's already been in jail for, you know what I'm saying, what, almost a year?
A year.
So that's a year right there. So the RICO case is what, has him in danger of going to jail for the rest of his life. But I don't think they're going to be able to prove a RICO. They're going to get him on the individual charges, the drug use and all of that kind of stuff. But my question is, if y'all got him on a RICO case, and y'all are trying to put him away for the rest of his life, why is he not charged with attempted murder? Because allegedly, didn't he blow up Kid Cudi car? So how did y'all have Cassie on the stand? How did y'all have Cassie on the stand and all of that? And Kid Cudi y'all not gonna have Kid Cudi on the stand to testify that his car blew up in his driveway? That seems crazy to me.
We talking about that being a bigger crime, right?
It is by far the bigger crime.
Right.
Yo, the shit they saying ain't a fucking crime, and let's talk about it, yo. Like,
I mean, it's a crime because of how it shouldn't be a crime.
It's not a crime.
It shouldn't be a crime.
Knock it off. Then all the instant, like, You got to go.
Bro, I'm with you. I'm just saying. Listen,
I'm talking to the people. I'm not talking to you.
Right. Okay.
Like the Instagram baddies got to go to jail too. Like you got to Rico them too.
Rico every All-Star weekend.
There's a whole escort website where people tell you what the services they do. Like you have to go after everybody if you're going after Diddy. This makes no logical sense. He's not doing anything. What about the escorts in DC when they come into Baltimore? Like, is that interstate trafficking, or you don't count the District of Columbia?
Right.
Like, which one is it? Like, I'm confused about the law.
That's Beltway laws.
Yeah, if I go across the Woodrow Wilson and go to Virginia, or if I, you know what I'm saying? Like,
y'all got it. It's a very good point. The good point is, the best point about this is, if you really going to go after him, there's other things like the Cuddy thing that really sits. That's attempted murder.
That's more Rico than anything else they're talking about. Like,
he punched Drake in the club in Miami.
Did you say he going to jail or no?
I think he is going to do sometime. I just don't think it's for a long time.
Now I agree with that. Now I have another thought though. Yeah. I feel like what will Hope say? You'll always be in jail, nigga, just minus the bars. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I say that because right. And I think, and it make me think of Mitch. I love the game. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It ain't about the money. So let's say he do a year and he come home. He can do a year, come home. He's still rich. Mm-hmm. But the attention, the black excellence, and all those different things. Him not having that is going to hurt him way more than being in somebody's jail. I think, and I feel like when it comes to other celebrities, if you're seen with him or you seen being with him, there's going to be a way you looked at. It was I believe that when he walked into a room, the respect or how the energy that he received coming into a room now is going to be way different. It's going to be a lot of people not going to say no things to his face, but it's going to be a lot of things said behind his back when you see him. And I think those are things that's really going to me, hinder him or hurt him more than being in jail. I mean, don't get me wrong. Being in jail, I think, that's you'd rather be home. But being home and not being able to be Diddy, not being able to be Puff, Love, whatever name you're running with that week, and running and all the stuff you've done for the last 30, 40 years that we've all seen, and you've just been out there, that's not going to be there for you anymore. Can you just be worthy? Can you just be worth all the money you're worth and live a regular life and be the butt of jokes still? That's still going to happen too.
Life. I don't think it's a regular.
Well, not a regular life, but not the life of that you become accustomed to, where I'm going here, I'm going to be on late night, whatever. I'm going to go do this. I'm here, I'm there, I'm doing.
He's still going to be able to do that.
He's not going to do that.
I'll guarantee you he's going to do that.
He's still going to be able to do that.
He might get a book deal from this.
He still got the book deal. The book deal is coming.
Okay, you got the book deal.
Made for TV movie.
Yeah, it's coming. I think
it's gonna. What about the everyday, the black excellence? Let's not.
No, he's not going to be able to do that. But you saying going out, those two things aren't the same.
He can't do HU homecomings no more. Yeah. He can't go to certain parties no more.
That's what I'm talking about. When they looked at you, it was a look of excellence. You know what I'm saying? That black.
That's the only thing that's gone, Flush. Like his house is on the market for $61 million. Guess what? If you sell it, guess how much money you got?
But he's in the
$61 million.
He's in the attention. He needs the attention, bro.
You think he needs the attention?
No, I don't think it's
for 30 years. He needs the attention.
I don't think it's the attention. I think he needs the power. And if we're being real, even after all of this is said and done, I think he still has the power. And the reason I think he still has the power is because I still can write a book. I still can make a movie. And last thing you want me to do is start talking about what you was doing at them all white parties and what you was doing at them Diddy parties that the people don't know about. So all of these people that he was supposedly blackmailing before he went to jail, bro, those stories still, he's going to yield power because he has dirt on just about everybody. So he's still gonna have the power.
You think he's gonna write a book and admit to all this shit? I don't see
why does he have to? Why does he have to? He doesn't have to admit to what you did at the party.
He's not gonna OJ the book.
His dirt already out. His dirt is already out.
He a boy from Harlem. You think he gonna sit back here and expose
his dirt? I think you're missing the forest for the trees. If R. Kelly got out of jail right now, he could fucking sell out a concert. You understand that?
3 days in a row.
Like he could do it today. Like and we saw him do that shit.
Flush, he almost had you back on the team 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, hold up. What are you doing? Jay, you laughing too motherfucking hard. Like, hold up. Hey, big Booski. Hold
Big
up.
Bookie.
Big Bookie. Let me tell you something. At gmail.com. Let me tell you something. You laughing way too motherfucking hard. I don't like that shit. And I'm starting to sweat over it.
Goes into the depths of hell like you would think he would. Like he still is going to be able to produce. He's still going to have people that still rock with him.
I gotta see this. Listen.
What do you mean? What's his name was walking down the street with him? What they got there? Was it it was Los and who else? Was it not Bounty Killer? What's my other man's name? Oh, one of them dudes. Yeah.
All right, listen, we're gonna come back to this. He gonna come back to this. If he come back and he's producing everybody's shit and all that, like ain't nothing happened, we gonna talk about this.
Roman Polanski got an Oscar and he been on the run for 35 years.
He gonna get a book deal. A book deal.
Wait, he just got an Oscar?
Like in the last 10 years, yeah. But he been overseas escaping pedophilia charges since the 70s. Like Sharon Tate died and he dipped off.
That's wild.
Hey, Flush. The book will be called "This Is the Remixes." He's gonna come out and he's gonna say, "I'm gonna put that."
That's the name of this episode. This is the remixes. All right, so in the last week or so, last 2 weeks we ain't been active. What's my man's name? Goodness gracious, Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez not only got stabbed up in jail, what they saying, got stabbed up, what they said, 14 times.
14
times.
14.
What's the girl name? Kelsey's bodyguard has come out and said that he's heard Kelsey admit to being the one who actually shot Meg.
Mm-hmm.
What do y'all take from all this? Jay.
We knew this. Like, we said this. Like, Daystar ain't shooting nobody. Like, that nigga's 4'9". Right? 4'11" in Air Forces. Like,
y'all the same height. That's what you were saying. Like, y'all about the same, y'all eye to eye.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
That come ain't really that big. You just a little nigga. That's what the whole shit. That's the real shit. I ain't want to tell the world.
Hey,
you say you got a joint zoomed in?
Yeah.
Flush
got next to you. That shit.
Flush got fingers like a dyke. So anyway, so we gonna fuck out of here. Let's stop playing on me.
I got fingers like a dyke. We gotta block that out.
We ain't get no monetization.
Why are you looking at my fingers? No, why are you studying my fingers? Like, what's going on with you?
Huh?
Why are you looking at my fingers?
Calm down. I don't want you. Where you going with this? But
where you going with this? What are you talking about?
We knew that. We knew that. I think we all came to the realization that we didn't think he did it. There's something more behind the situation of somebody said something or he wanted to sleep with somebody and he got into a fight. The gun got pulled and pow, she got shot. Right? And so now that what?
That's what you hold on. What happened that night?
What I think is
they said he was trying to sleep with Kylie.
Yeah,
right. He was trying to sleep with Kylie. He was trying to drop them off.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
And so they got into an argument because you go to these parties, alcohol is involved. You know what I'm saying? And old girl,
Megan is the drunk who, when she get drunk, she start acting stupid.
Exactly. And so somehow a gun get pulled.
No. What happened was I already hit both of y'all. I got this other thing brewing. I'm about to drop y'all the fuck off, and I'm about to get back to that.
That's regular man shit, though.
Right.
Like anybody in here had a night like that, they like.
So they tried to justify. She said, listen. So she said some shit about him. She cracked a joke on him, and she said something in the car, and that's the reason for me now. What you say?
That's sex trafficking.
I done already hit.
Shit in high school.
I hit you. I hit your best friend. I'm about to drop both of y'all off, and I'm about to get back to that. What I'm shooting somebody for?
Before we go any further, let me just say this. Shout out to him for accomplishing that at 4'9" with no hairline. All right, shout out to him for that. Because I mean, what is Meg Thee Stallion? 5'10", 5'11"? Shout out to him. Short King's winning. Short King's up 20,000 points.
For sure. Balling.
All right, so my whole thought was too with the whole situation from the rip. I kind of had a hard time accepting that story. Like, why would he do that? And then let's not forget, Megan said, "Oh, I know for a fact he shot me." And when he was shooting, he was like, "Dance, bitch, dance." Remember that shit?
Mm-hmm. So you ready? Oh, you go ahead.
Go ahead, Dre. No, go ahead.
So you ready? You ready for my take?
What's up?
Lock all their asses up. All of them got to go. This man. So we're talking about a man that went to jail potentially for something that now there's evidence that he didn't do, and now he's sitting in the hospital somewhere, sliced up because y'all got drunk and y'all lied on him. Oh no! All y'all got. Oh, y'all got to go to jail.
And they tried to legitimize him saying he did it by saying he apologized to her on the phone. I could be apologized for. He didn't say I apologize because I shot somebody.
Right.
He said I'm sorry because to me, he could be legitimately saying I'm sorry because you found out I hit Meg. You know what I'm saying? Like he apologized to Kelsey, so that means he shot Meg. I could be apologizing because I got caught in the whole situation of that. For me, it makes more sense. The chick who was messing with a boy first and her famous friend had sex with him and she finds out later makes more sense as a shooter than the guy who hit both of them and about to get back to the $1 billion work.
But how does it make sense for him to shoot Meg and apologize to Kelsey for shooting Meg? If I shot Meg, I'm gonna hit Meg up and say my bad.
But that's
the way that things went down.
And
so that doesn't even make sense.
They tried to make it seem like when he said that, he somehow admitted to shooting Meg.
Yeah, that's stupid. That's dumb. Again, that's what we're all talking. It sounds like a reach to me. So because I apologized to Kelsey about some random ambiguous act,
he apologized for.
Right.
He never said.
So y'all take that ambiguous moment of me apologizing, and now you're trying to say but why would I apologize to Kelsey for shooting Meg? Why wouldn't I? I'm hitting Meg too. Why wouldn't I apologize to her?
And
that doesn't make sense.
I'm about to go get the $1 billion situation.
Right.
Hey, Drake,
we see ASAP them put 3 babies in Riri.
I said Drake, bring that down.
Yeah. Let me go. You see, what's my man named the other boy? My man, Astro World.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm about to leave your dusty ass bros right here, and I'm about to top y'all little dusty bros off because Meg ain't had a record since. I'm about to go drop both y'all dusty asses off.
Meg
and go get with this $1 billion situation in the pool.
Megan had a record since she should.
He should have looked in the eye.
Kamala.
He should have looked in the eyes and said, "I'm doing this for us."
That's cat. As long as you get out that limo and get back to where you going, no, that's the key.
I'm just waiting for the Chicks Take 6, and they keep stabbing up and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Chicks Take 5, one of the best albums ever produced.
Yo, listen.
Heavy rotation.
Chicks Takes 5 was that work.
I was cleaning up the house today for that joint.
Free Tory, man.
Shout
out for Tory and then knew he didn't shoot her and never gave Shorty up.
Yeah, that's wild.
Because he could have said, "Yo, I didn't do it." Kelsey did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Them Canada niggas, yo.
Took it like a G.
What about him, Jay?
They keep
real niggas. Who else? Tell me something else, Jay. Just entertain, Jay.
Grill, just Alexander.
Yeah.
Lou Dort, nigga.
Jamal Murray. There you go.
And I hate Jamal Murray haircut game on everything I love.
Oh, you gonna have to play his cousin next round too.
Every time I see him,
who is cousin?
You talking about SGA?
Yeah.
Walker.
Yeah, Alexander Walker. Yeah.
Okay. That's his cousin.
Yeah. Like me and Jordan. They like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah.
All right. So Joe Crack out here hating on Joe Buttons.
You can't just say Joe Crack.
I'm my bad. Fat Joe. I'm from the Joe Crack days.
You're right. Yeah, he is Joey Crack. You know what I'm saying?
Fat Joe. Now I'm gonna tell you why I take this personally because when it comes to Jadakiss, y'all know how I feel about Jadakiss.
Yeah.
Jadakiss and Fat Joe have a podcast, which to me didn't make sense.
Yeah.
Jada and Joe.
To me, Fat Joe is trying so hard to be that next who got it like that? Like how Snoop got it. He's trying to do that. He's trying to find that space. So he says, he talking about being front row I always sit front row at the Knicks games, and basically second and third row is Joe Button seats. And I don't want Joe Budden seats and all this old because somehow your enemy could be sitting in front of you and all this old weird shit. Let's keep it a buck. You got a podcast. Ain't nobody checking for Fat Joe. And y'all did 2-3 weeks and the numbers ain't numbering. See, everybody think they can sit down in front of that mic and get busy. Whoa, pause. On that mic and you can't. You know what I'm saying?
He did say that one of the outlandish comments over there talking about I'm the glizzy gobbler on it. That was the most outlandish. Oh,
that is crazy.
He did say that. He did say that.
That's crazy.
To me, it was a reach. It was a let me say something to Joe, so Joe can say something back to me, and it can bring attention to my podcast. Kiss wanted no parts of anything he said about that situation. Kiss was very distant in that situation. Of course, Joe kind of fed, and Joe wasn't as aggressive as he normally is, but Joe did say, "I got more money than you, so even if I'm sitting behind you, the bank account's still different."
So let me ask you this: do you actually think that Fat Joe got more money than Joe Budden?
I don't.
Because
from what?
I don't.
Yes.
I don't.
From what? Why would he have more money than Joe Budden?
Real estate.
Nah, I don't think that. I don't know Fat Joe's real estate portfolio. I don't know it, but I'm just saying.
Hey, Dre. Jay don't know Joe Budden. Fat Joe's real estate catalog. But go ahead, Jay.
I'm about to say you see you the jersey of the Hudson real quick. You and Joe Budden.
Oh shit!
Tell Joe send Melissa my way while you at. Fuck out of here. But Joe been buying, from what I understand, Joe's been buying real estate all over New York for the last 10, 15 years. You know, same with Carmen. I heard Carmen is another person like that. Been buying it. So that's the only reason I say yes.
But
okay, if it's true, then yeah, he got more money. If it's not true, then I don't know.
Joe,
So I'm trying to get to their point. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm 1,000 there. I want to be 100,000 there soon. So let's go.
One, if I was next to my enemy, I would want to be behind my enemy. That's one. That's one. Two, I don't think that there's a situation where if Joe Budden wanted to sit on the floor, seat to the garden, he couldn't do it. My view is just as good sitting behind 50 Cent for probably $50,000 less, or at least $15,000 and $20,000 less. It's not a different view at that point. You know what I'm saying? And like, who cares when you're at that level? Like, who gives a shit? Right? Like, I'm mad I wasn't in the garden. That's what I'm mad about.
Who's to say I wasn't a procrastinator and I waited, and that was all that was there? Who's to say that? Mm-hmm. Who's to sit back here and say I some people bullshit. Oh damn! I meant to grab these tickets.
I think that was the best seat for Joe because of the friction in him and.
I thought Joe was a Nets fan anyway.
No, he's a Knicks fan.
No, he ain't been a Knicks fan, Joe. You got to get up on shit.
Yeah.
But I don't. Before they
it's really about your you trying to get your podcast popping. That's the real fact. And honestly, Fat Joe, I tried to sit through the first episode. I'm cool, and it's not Kid's fault. It's Joe. Don't nobody want to hear that shit, Joe.
Bro, but how many, like, there are YouTube videos all over the place of a Fat Joe lying on the internet. Like there's videos like making up stories and saying he was there and he wasn't really there.
Big had an album that
yeah. So it's like, I mean, do we expect any different from Fat Joe? I am trying to figure out though, like, how did they decide that Fat Joe and Jadakiss was gonna do a pod together? Like, how did that even happen? Because it doesn't make sense to me, especially when I just watched the video of Styles on a podcast. So why would Jada and Styles not have a podcast? So I don't know. That part just doesn't make sense to me.
Well, they got the 2 Jews and 3 black dudes drink what they do in the movie drink, but they haven't been real consistent with that. You know, them guys be on the road heavy. I don't know. To me, it don't make sense. I don't want to hear Fat Joe. I don't. And Fat Joe said, what does Fat Joe even put our music out, or what does he ever put? What does he put out? He's been on Breakfast Club. He's on everything. He's everywhere for no reason. He don't have a product that he's pushing. He's just there talking, and he, like you say, he's making up stories. Oh, me and Big had a song when we was coming at Pac. This nigga got all kind of shit he made up, and he's a notorious liar.
Is Fat Joe at the point? Is he at the point now where Fat Joe is almost famous for being famous?
Yes.
He's trying to find that next. People take this podcast thing lightly. Like you famous and you can just get on here and talk and it's going to work for you.
He wants to drop a pun. What he really wants to do is drop a pun movie or album, but the Pun family does not fuck with Joe.
Right.
Yeah, you got to stop. You got to stop.
Shout out to Cool Mike with the fresh cut.
Yeah, with the fresh one.
What's up? Cool? What's up, Mike?
What's up, fellas? Sorry I'm late. I love y'all.
It's
always on time.
It's great. Yeah, so Fat Joe, stop that shit, Fat Joe.
Yeah, but he did the right thing. Like he did what he was supposed to do. If you're being honest, like who we got to talk about to get on to something? Right. I talk about him.
I know because we called Tupac overrated and we didn't get the steam. I thought.
I know.
Right.
Maybe I should clip that up. Tupac overrated as shit. Like,
right. You have a bunch of thugs with no shirts on coming to holler at you.
So is Lil Wayne. So let's go.
That take is kind of hot.
That is definitely a hot take.
So is the Nas Illmatic album.
Ooh. You said Illmatic?
He came in swinging.
It's overrated?
He came in swinging.
Yes.
Hey, Cool. Hey, it ain't gonna be 20v1. I'm with you, Cool.
Yeah, I like it was written more than I like Illmatic.
Facts. I'm with you, Cool.
It's okay to me. It's not like
I am Nostradamus. Give me all of that before Illmatic.
No, not Nostradamus though. You can.
What?
I copped your take. Now I break weed up on it.
Nostradamus breaking the last album.
All right, man.
Wasn't Hate Me Now on there?
I think so.
What was that? I Am. I don't know. I like all of them.
All right, so Dre, we gotta talk, Dre. Your Boston Celtics lost, and that's a tough loss. Jaylen Brown now out here grabbing dicks. What's going on with Jaylen, man? I need answers because they ain't no basketball play.
Hey, listen, I'm with you when you're right, but when you're wrong, you on your own. Right. Bro, I'm not shooting him no bail. I'm not gonna try to rationalize what he did. That was crazy. Like, if I wouldn't have seen it with my own eyes, I'd have thought they was lying. Like, I saw the video, I had no words. And I just want to say he might want to be careful because Diddy on trial for doing stuff like that.
So that Dwight Howard on the bench shit was wild. Remember when Dwight put his hand on me and let?
Is that considered
up there with that Dwight? His leg.
Hey, Trey.
Like, who does that?
Trey, and look, lines.
They was both in New York. We good. They was both in New York. We good.
I wanted to shoot him some bell, like, you know, because he only had the biddies, but
I don't care.
The niggas who get the chicks, they still be on weird shit. So
hey, Puff had J-Lo.
Right. So but I can't even sit back here and say you got the shorties on lock, so you ain't mean it.
Was Isaiah Thomas and Magic Johnson kiss crazy?
Yeah. No, it was cool. There's no excuse for what he did. Like, it wasn't like an accident. Like, he went searching for it. Cool. He went looking for it.
It's like a package check. Like, you know what I'm saying? We all had a joke. They grabbed your shit when we was younger to see, you know what I'm saying, what you was holding on to. Or you be at a club, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Henry Jackson Paradox and somebody, you know what I mean?
Volcano.
Yeah, this me. You know what I mean? Ain't no sock down here. It was one of those moves.
I don't even know. You know how you be like, normally when it's a heterosexual situation, a man goes outside his body, be like, he let his intrusive thoughts win, right? Ain't no intrusive thoughts when you're reaching for some junk that ain't yours. I don't even understand.
Was he looking at Josh like, he checked out Josh's wife like, he must got something. He got
Who's Jaylen dating? Ain't he dating somebody like
the WNBA shorty?
I thought he was dating, what's her name?
He had old girl before that.
What's her damn name?
Huh? I know you're talking about.
Money Pillow talking about Bronny too.
That Bronny.
And he dated the old girl.
He real smart.
The older chick. The chick. Joe Button.
Bernie's Burgess.
Bernie's Burgess.
Yeah,
He real smart, and I'm gonna appreciate him for that. I'm gonna give him some flowers for thinking outside the box, because I've seen some clips of his. Real smart. But that's a couple like non-regular man infractions.
Yeah.
Right. You know that usually you can glean a bit of some character traits from some men that either do things certain way or don't, like dirty magging, pillow talking, and now I'm junk grabbing. I don't know, then. Come on, man. You got to do better, baby.
All right, so that leads, my bad, I forgot one of our main topic. That leads us to, do you kink shame? And I'm not going to say I kink shame. What I will say is, if I find out your kinks, we might need to put your name on your cup. Okay, you don't have no mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Push his cup to the. Remember the Kevin Hart J back in the day when he was like, he eat ass. He's like, y'all pushing my cup to the. Remember it was your first time. It was your birthday, and you talk about I ate your ass, and y'all pushing my cup to the middle. So yeah, listen, I'm not in the kink shaming. Do what you do, pimp. Keep it to yourself. But if your kink shame come out, and I'm not hitting the blood after you, it's certain shit I'm just not doing. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
if you listen to some wild shit,
get a
it's
bigger
fine.
Cup. Make sure you get a bigger cup.
We already talked about your cup, Jay. We already talked about your cup.
You got,
Jay, you got a regulation cup, Jay. You just got. Your hands just small. You got my daughter hands. Give me your hands back.
Hey, cool. You got hands like a dyke over there.
Why you gonna repeat it? Golly, I gotta edit this podcast.
So like, every time he say that, it's like a 40-year-old virgin with boys like, go fucking go. Like, why you keep telling me to fucking go, bro? Like, why you keep saying I got dyke hands? What's going on with you?
You gonna repeat it? Stop it.
Yeah, like he beats him.
I ain't got to my 40 yet. I don't know that shit.
Go fucking go.
Hey, our future sponsorship gonna have to think outside the box on us.
Yeah,
hey, the only sponsorship we getting is Rose Sparks. We gonna be right there with Mr.
And I will take it, bro.
Well, somebody got to. Hey, Jay, you had to do it with one of them Mr. Sharp videos where you met. By mistake, you hit record on live, and this shit gonna take off.
Hey, Jay, matter of fact, Jay, matter of fact, you might need to leak them emails.
Big Bookie 69 at Gmail.
Say,
you might need to leak your emails.
What's my name? I'm Big Bookie, ain't I, girl? Say it. Say Big Bookie 69, girl.
This is what it looks like, girl, when all your brothers get up and you the youngest one.
Indeed. All right,
Flush,
so
I ain't kink shaming, but I'm with you, Flush. If your kinks hit the open air, then you gotta stand on it, and you gotta take whatever come with that.
I don't care what you do.
Right.
You're a grown man or grown woman. I hope you brush your teeth, you do an oral rinse, and you tongue scrape or whatever else that you need to do. And I'm gonna go on about my day. Now I might use the black fork instead of the gold one or something, but yeah.
But you're gonna get talked about on this podcast, though.
Right.
Talk about me.
I think, as a matter of fact, I got to acknowledge, right? The law was laid down in our group chat. You know, somebody was like, basically, no, we don't kink shame, right? And I never, probably in all of my life, thought about that even as a law, but it made perfect sense to me. All right, right? Not my real business. However, I also believe that your kink should stay yours, right? They don't need to become public in general terms, because if they do, then it's really it's open market, not necessarily the shame, but it definitely has some commentary about, and it leads to, you know, our discernment yeah, you know what I mean, because especially when it comes, well, not especially when it comes to, for example, like young girls, right? The young girls part of it, okay, whether it be shay and legal or maybe some perceived illegalities elsewhere, right? Even the women around me have said, like, why not just hire somebody that's older that cosplays as younger? So it's all good, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so no matter, even if that's your kink, you know, there's a way to do the kink better, I guess, especially if it's public information at some point.
Safer legally, right, and all those different things.
Yeah.
I guess everybody like what they like. Like I always remember the point where I was talking. It might have been Cool and Bert. Like I think it was when they was like, "What you like, Rel?" And I was like, "I like them thick and light." You know what I'm saying? Like I was young. Like I said that. Like, but I was serious. Like you know, what I'm saying? Dead serious.
It was definitely me and Bert. Shout out to Bert again. Yep.
God damn, Bert. Like so many parts of my life include Bert. like shout out to Bert. But yeah. This is like your kinks are your kinks, right? And you got to get there to figure out what they are. You know what I'm saying? And you obviously get there with somebody that's a willing participant to it, and then it changes or escalates or comes down as you get older. It just depends, right? Like you could pretzel somebody up when you was 20, but that just don't work out in your 40s. You know what I'm saying? Or going for 4 or 5 hours instead of 45 minutes on a good day. Right?
Unless you're getting blue diamonds.
4 days on a puppy
on the Rose Sparks
on a Memorial Weekend.
I'm a Rose Sparks user.
Puffy Memorial Weekend is a little crazy.
The freaky finances Puffy Memorial Day.
Right. With a sore mouth and all these little sores in your mouth. She had sores in her mouth, bro.
Who had sores in her mouth?
That's what they said. They said Cassie had. It was sore.
Cassie couldn't sing. She like,
that's because she was taking loads in her mouth to rub it on the chest. She got sores transferring that shit.
I still gotta know how long was it on the chest?
Did you wash it? I wasn't in court. I said, like, Your Honor, can we have to clarify?
Did you put your shirt back on? Like, I'm just gonna wear this the rest of the day.
Right. Did you have baby wipes? Do you have baby wipes? Was it a hot towel right there? Like, come on,
man. And peel it off like dead skin. Right. I was mad confused about what was happening.
Well, like the Elmer's glue.
You peel that shit off and
put it on your hand and start peeling it off like you.
I start playing with it, ball it up, and start playing with the shit.
Hey, no Diddy got a verse saying, "Put it on your chest like hot wax."
What song was that on,
Jay? What? Oh yeah, or put it on your chest like it's hot wax, or Been Around the World.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hold up. I got to go to the lyric, Jay.
Oh.
That's why you the GOAT. That's why
Jay.
The one with Big. Which verse was that?
Hey, Jay.
Hey,
Jay.
I might have been saying that wrong the whole time.
Jay, I don't know what I was doing, Jay. You got one, Jay.
Oh man.
This last 3 minutes about to get us put on.
Was that the Been Around the World? That was the regular Been Around the World with Puff with Diddy on it? I mean,
it's the same song.
Puff and Diddy, same version.
Yeah.
Bro, he definitely said that, bro. He definitely said that.
No, not Been Around the World. Has it Been Around the World?
I don't think it's Been Around the World.
No, it's
the shit Satisfy You, the shit with him and R. Kelly?
No,
No, the joint with what's the other joint with Mace? Hold on.
Can't Hold Me Down?
Yes. No.
Can't hold me. Yeah. Can't hold me down.
Can't hold me down.
Can't hold me down.
Yeah.
Oh, so Mace wrote that shit.
Mace
wrote that shit.
Hey, Mace gotta come to the front of the congregation.
Oh, boy.
We got questions.
I know you too, Betha. Who am I? Who am I? I know you, Betha. Who is this? I know you, Betha.
I don't know. I think
that was Jimmy.
I think that's why Mace
he said,
left every time.
They said, Mace, what was you in the?
I think so too.
Now it's showing on the hot track, melt like it's hot wax. Put it out all the stores.
Okay.
Okay.
Nah, he ain't say what you said, Jay.
It was funny. That's what we heard.
Hey, but we know what he meant.
Yeah, exactly.
We know what he meant.
What's like hot wax?
It was like, Mace, you came back from commercial. What you was doing? You was in the corner. What you was doing in the corner, Mace? Praying for Jimmy. That's
the best interview
that shit is hilarious, yo. He said, I know you too, sir. I know you, Betha. I know you too, sir. Please.
Wow, pray for Jimmy. I used to say that to everybody. Like, wow,
pray for Jimmy.
Pray for Jimmy.
Listen back to it, fellas. I swear to God, that shit is fucking hilarious. Like, you just listened to the first time. Like, is that you, Betha?
So put you in my goofy category. Off with your
goofy. Yeah, smack off with the goofy. Off with the goofy. That shit is wild. I'm over here sweating like a motherfucker. All right, y'all. I had a conversation with somebody, and I'm tired of having this conversation. What is a snitch? A snitch to me is a person who I'm doing something illegal. I get in trouble. The cops pull me into the room. They give me some Wendy's, and I start telling them shit about motherfuckers doing illegal shit.
Well,
That's what
once they gave
snitching
you the
is.
Wendy's, we already know you snitched.
right.
Like they had you with a piggy bag and a Junior Frosty.
I hate when people everything ain't snitching. If something happens to somebody I love and I'm a civilian and I'm not doing nothing wrong and I speak to the police about it, I am not snitching. That is not being a snitch. This snitch shit is just like they run with this shit and they be like, yo, what are you talking about? To me, snitching is only when I'm doing something wrong and I'm in trouble, and now I give up other people to get me out of trouble or to somehow reduce the trouble I'm in. That's what snitching is. How do y'all take that, fellas? Am I right? Y'all, is it?
No, I agree. Not much.
Flush. I agree.
Opposing view.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. And let me just put that out. Let me just put this out here on Beyonce's internet. All right. I'm a law-abiding citizen. So you do something around me and your ass going to jail. Because if they ask me, I'm telling them.
Right.
We are definitely men of a certain age. And so like somebody stick a gun in my mother's face. You think I'm just not gonna say something? I'm not gonna say
I ain't snitching.
Yeah, that don't make no sense.
Dog, I said something a couple weeks ago, dog. If I get pulled over by the cops right now, I am not worried. I don't have a warrant. I don't got no child support. Like I ain't got no reason the cops pulled me over for me to be straight. I'm about to start being like white people. When they got the car, me got the car too. What the fuck did you pull me over?
Right.
Don't do that. You still a black man.
Keep my ass up.
Stay in the car.
Like man, right.
Yeah, I got insurance. I got insurance. You know, my license good. Yeah, come on, let's have this conversation. Why are you pulling me over?
I got 3 guns in the car.
What Dave Chappelle say? You think you turn the music down? We're not gonna take it. Music loud as hell.
I check my lights before I got in the car. We good over here.
What's going on, officer?
Yeah,
I knew a nigga. We had open bottles in the back seat. Let's see what you got. What you nigga? What? So I have to go to jail fucking with you.
When was the last time you actually got pulled over?
I got pulled over, I would say about 2 years ago. I was in AC with Trig, Chris, Pat, Ty. We was in AC for Trig's birthday about 2-3 years ago. And I was driving back from AC and I was fired up. I had smoked, drink, everything. Lady pulled me. I was on the phone with my wife. I said, babe, this is where I'm at. Check my location. They about to take me in. She was like, she came up, was real cool. Sir, have you been drinking tonight? I seen you swimming a little bit. I said, I had a beer about an hour ago. I ain't gonna lie to you, officer. She's like, well, like you're swimming a little bit. Just be careful getting home.
Dang.
That's the last time.
You was where?
I was leaving AC, heading to my crib. I'm off. I'm like 45 minutes from AC. I'm like off the AC Expressway.
She did you a solid.
Yeah,
she did. But I told her I ain't lie. I was like, yeah, I had to drink about an hour ago. I had to drink 15 minutes ago.
The wrong one. The wrong one would have been looking for the easy one to pull out the car, make it walk the line, and take the jail.
Right. That must have been in the middle of the month.
It was. I can't remember, but it was around Trig's birthday, so it had to be probably February, end of February.
I got pulled over 2 weeks ago.
Damn.
And it was the most uncomfortable thing ever.
Well, you had 4 guns in the car, so I can imagine where that would be uncomfortable.
Right? So
I had, fucking Scarface.
I had my
fucking old dog over here.
I had my information.
You probably got off because they got your email address. Oh, you big booty. we gonna let you go. That's why they pulled you. Hold up, girl. That's big booty, girl. Hold up. Hit the light.
So they ask you the question. You know, I give them my concealed license. Like, you got any guns in the car? I'm like, yes. It's one in each row of my truck.
Several.
He said, sir, can you get out the car? I said, I'm not getting out, but you more than welcome to get in and unlock the door. Hey, the cop face was so confused. He was like, just slow down for me.
I don't even know the last time I got pulled over, which is probably a blessing. I can't even remember.
I remember mine. It was probably about 9 years ago now. I was driving from Virginia to Georgia to go pick my youngest daughter up, and I was in the car zooming, and the cop pulled me over, and he was like, "Hey, you're speeding," and I said, "Well, that's odd because I had my cruise control on, and it was set to whatever, but I had my kids in the car. I had my other 2 kids in the car, so he let me go." So that was the last time I got pulled over.
I don't fuck with Georgia.
I got pulled over.
Let me ask
me either.
probably about 5 years ago, I got pulled over. Michael was in the car with me. We was going to basketball practice. Long story short, we was riding down this street, huh?
That's the story of your life. Like,
right.
Taking Michael to a game basketball practice. I'm like, let me guess. Mike is in the car on the way to the game.
The last 2 times actually was Mike in the car going to a game or practice. The last 2, I'm gonna just tell you the last one. Long story short, I'm in a 4-cylinder something, right? 4 cylinders, and I see ahead of me a black Jeep Trackhawk go around the whole thing and go through the light. He gone. Right. Another block down the road, this Baltimore County, I just doxed myself. Police gonna pull me over, right? And talk about like, yeah, I just saw you go through the light. I said, man, I snitched. Right? I civilians. Man, that was that black Trackhawk gone. He gone. I said it just like that. But Mike in the car, I did have the windows down in the music. He let me go, obviously, because it wasn't me. I wouldn't have stopped. I said, if I was gone, I wouldn't have stopped for you just now.
Right. Yo, my fellow Navy guys who was in VA, that was notorious down there. Y'all caught them pulled over. You know they was notorious for pulling us military boys over.
64.
Oh yeah.
95.
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't know how many times I got pulled over there. I'm gonna tell you where the most dangerous place in VA to drive is if you're making that drive to North Carolina and you gotta go through I forget what it's a little town, and bro, the whole thing it only take 20 minutes to get through it, but the whole thing is a speed trap. The whole thing, the speed limit go from 25 to 45 down to 15, and it just repeatedly does that through the whole thing. It's right there on the border of North Carolina. I can't think of the name of it right now.
That's how they paying for the public works.
Yeah, facts.
That's wild. All right. Now, Peep, I went out last night. I told you I had a couple beverages. I was on one. So I was supposed to go. I was going to go to an event last night, but I ended up changing what I was doing. Me and my man, Leon, shout out to Leon. We ended up doing something a little earlier. So the spot we supposed to go to, somebody told me like, yeah, it don't pop till about 11. I was like, 11? I'm not leaving out my house at 10:30 to go nowhere at 11. Like I'm at an age now where though it's popping at 11 ain't for me. It ain't for me.
We need to go to Vegas.
Now listen, if I'm out, no,
that's different.
If I'm on vacation or something, that's something totally different.
Vegas is Vegas.
That's something totally different, right? I'm saying on a regular Saturday, like it pop at 11 for me ain't the move. You get what I'm saying? At 11, I'm trying to be back in the house, comfortable in the bed with the wife.
Your little red cup.
You get what I'm saying? I'm not. You said what? Drinking on my little red.
He said with that tiny ass red cup.
That's fine, Jay. God bless. God bless. Big Booski 69 at gmail.com. Text me if you need the information. I'll send it to you.
Listen, bro.
So 11:30 is. Go ahead.
I'm at the age now where like unless I'm out of town, bro. If it don't start before 8 o'clock, I probably ain't going. I'm trying to be back at the crib by 11:30. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not.
Day party me.
Yeah.
Yo, I love a day party. Shout out to Houston. Sunday brunches in Houston. I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Day party.
Goddamn juice.
I got shit to do tomorrow.
I'm gonna be honest with you. So like I'm meet up with my team. We meet up about 11:30
in the afternoon.
No, that's what time the Shakey's open?
No.
You had hold up. You have omelets at the Shakey's.
Omelets don't start till like 2 in the morning. But
at the Shakey's?
Yeah.
Is it a Shakey's called omelets?
I don't know, but I ain't never been.
That might be a good name though. You've been down to omelets and oh my god.
Yeah.
What numbers?
Cracked eggs and legs. Yeah, all right.
Freaky Brunch Fridays.
Eggs and legs.
Hey, Flush. Freaky Brunch Fridays.
Yeah. Oh, indeed.
We meet up about 11:30, 12, and then like around here, everything closes at 2. So we out for 2 hours and we back in the house.
Well, listen, you're not gonna be doing that with a 14-year-old. You're gonna be you gonna have to change that schedule.
A strip of brunch probably do numbers for real.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we going. No, but
we can name it Chicken Daddies.
And you bring the chickens over there too, Jay. The eggs.
Chicken Daddy omelets.
Give away our IP.
Right. I saw your face shift like.
Hold up.
STL University.
I know how my mind works.
All right.
Give me the chefs in here.
True. All right. Do you eat Swiss cheese? Fuck no, that's some white people shit.
No.
I don't want no fucking Swiss cheese, dog. Not even on my fucking like my Reuben.
I was saying, no, it go Rubens.
No, give me provolone or American or something. I don't want no fucking Swiss cheese, dog.
No, you got melted if you're gonna do it on the Reuben.
Yeah, but when Swiss cheese melt, don't it turn into like plastic?
Nah, I eat Swiss cheese. Do you?
What you eating Swiss cheese on?
Turkey sandwich.
I've eaten Swiss cheese on corned beef, and I would again. So,
yeah,
like on the but they're gonna what's the other drink? Not the hot one. The hot one is the Reuben, right? Oh, corned beef.
Corned beef got. I mean, Reuben got what sour corned beef with the kraut and the kraut.
See, give me coleslaw for sauerkraut.
$1,000.
So the regular corned beef, I don't get no kraut on there. You just get that in the Swiss cheese.
What they call a regular corned beef special? As they call it, right?
What?
It's the same thing, but it's not heated. The corned beef special is the with the.
You talking about some Philly shit, dog? We just call it.
No. He right.
That ain't Philly shit.
He's right. No,
it's a corned beef special. Yeah, it's not the Reuben hot.
You go down. See, I don't.
You say
just eat the corned beef sandwich.
Yeah, you say lean corned beef or corned beef, rye, mustard, Swiss cheese.
Yeah.
Meet me at
go
the
down
yeah. I ain't ordering no Swiss cheese. I can't tell you the last time I had Swiss cheese.
At all. Fuck that. All right, so I mentioned earlier, A$AP Rocky to put that third baby up in Riri. Man, he ain't gonna never drop an album.
No,
that nigga just say my name Rakim.
Neither one of them.
And neither is she.
Yeah, right. Them days are long gone.
Let me explain something to you.
Rachel.
Now that that Swiss Beats is a kept husband, A$AP Rocky is about to be a kept husband too. Listen, Swiss is getting taken care of. So that's what A$AP Rocky gonna do. Why, when your girl got $1 billion on the board, why would you drop an album?
That's Did y'all why. See the New York Liberties jersey? They got the big ass Fenty Beauty logo on the goddamn left pocket. Fuck out of here! I ain't doing no music. It's saying Fenty Beauty on the New York Liberty jerseys.
You be lucky if you see me outside.
That's why Tory was trying to drop them 2 hoes off and get back to the motherfucking $1 billion biddy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Tory said, "Look, baby, I'm doing this for us."
He said, "Let's go."
I'm make sure all y'all. No, that's what he should have said. I'm about to drop y'all off and get back to this. He lacked communication. That's how Tory fucked the night up.
He shouldn't have bought him.
But once you got there, you knew the situation. Listen, I'm about to set us all right.
First of all, he wasn't driving, right?
Huh?
He wasn't driving, correct?
No.
He was a driver.
No. Right.
Yeah.
You didn't have to leave.
But sometimes you got to know.
Correct.
Sometimes you got to take them back. Sometimes you got to take them back.
No, you don't.
I heard they was acting up. Or at least one of them was.
Right. That's why you got me. I'm not. Look, play it off.
House.
See, he probably told him, you better go back. He better go where he going. I'm about to double back to the spot. Y'all fucking up my whole shit.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get to the building. I'm trying to be like Rakim.
I got to go to the bathroom and just waiting them out.
Yeah.
Been on my phone.
Nah, I didn't even knocking on the bathroom door. Where you at? Megan,
go find me in the bathroom.
What you in there doing?
You with the white bitch? Oh no. We'll drop these hussies right off. Yo, listen, we got to come on. We got to go back to the room. I'm about to go get a soda. Then I'm about to go get soda. I'm about to go downstairs and check.
Hey, I'm gonna go get some ice. Y'all need some ice? I'm about to go get some.
Never come back.
Is it a hot take? Then say Tory should have snitched. Is that a hot take?
Yeah, we said he did snitch. He wouldn't have got posted up or nothing. It was Gus who shot that motherfucker. I ain't even want to even meet.
That's crazy.
Insane.
All right. So this shit funny though. So they gonna wait till Pete Rose died to remove from the ban list though.
Trash.
That shit
trash,
funny, bro.
They're trash.
As soon as gambling became legal in Major League Baseball, I feel like you got to live for all that.
There's no reason that Pete Rose, the player, should not have been in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
The end.
Right.
But that's like that old boys club network. They be on like, there's no reason that Roger Clemens shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame or Mark McGwire or Barry Bonds.
Or Barry Bonds.
It's absolutely insane. If you take away the
San Francisco years,
steroid years, or whatever you want to call it, he would still be a Hall of Famer. Right? Like no matter what.
With the Pittsburgh Pirates, that Barry Bonds.
I'm mad they trying to take away the steroid era as a part of it. It had me watching. I probably ain't really watching.
Right.
I ain't watching.
Best thing that happened to baseball was the steroid era.
Listen, if 85% of the league is taking steroids, is it cheating?
No.
They said, I seen a story that said they estimate up to 90% of the league, 90% of the players in the league was taking steroids. To me, the other 10% is idiots for not joining everybody else.
Right. So A-Rod not gonna get in?
Probably not.
Damn.
Which is crazy.
It's all crazy.
And that's
crazy. Sammy Sosa in, like it's absolutely nuts.
What would Ken Griffey Jr. have been on steroids?
Bro, but think about it. You can give me all the steroids in the world, and I still couldn't hit a ball 350 feet.
Right, because it's our hand coordination.
Right.
But if Barry Bonds was Barry Bonds on steroids, Ken Griffey Jr. was better than Barry Bonds.
Facts.
Is that a conversation that we need to have?
I don't know because he probably would have gained weight.
I don't think the kid was better than Barry Bonds.
Really?
Huh?
I don't think so.
Wow.
You say that again?
I don't think Ken Griffey Jr. is better than Barry Bonds.
Oh, you tripping?
If you take the Pittsburgh years and Pittsburgh
prime,
I say what I said.
I respect it.
No, dog, I'm not accepting that shit.
That's fine.
We're gonna have to slap box first one.
You think that Ken Griffey Jr. is the greatest baseball player ever?
No.
He had the prettiest swing of them.
I think he could have been.
Could have been.
Yeah.
I don't know how to take what you just said without saying.
Well, I mean, he took a stance and never played with the Yankees, and I think that kind of ruined his legacy for me.
Oh, he used to on defense. He used to climb the wall.
Yeah,
Ken Griffey Jr. was exciting on both.
He was
offense and defense.
Absolutely. But
And
Chicks did the long ball,
huh?
Chicks did the long ball.
He did that. What are you talking about?
He didn't do it better than Barry Bonds.
On
no
steroids?
one did.
On steroids?
I don't care.
I think they should all.
I don't care. He had 9 MVP seasons, right? I think Barry Bonds had like 9 MVP seasons.
I honestly,
he still had 500 home runs or something.
If we keep it a buck, because was Barry Bonds even playing defense during them years? Was he on the field? Because he was a center fielder, right?
He was DH.
Right, but he was a center fielder in this.
I thought Barry Bonds played like first base or something.
I thought it was third.
Yeah,
he was
on the
center,
infield,
and then he was out.
Well, in Pittsburgh, he was outfield. Right?
Yeah,
but he went, man. I don't know.
That's right here.
I don't know, bro. Ken Griffey was.
I'm not taking away nothing from Ken Griffey. I'm just saying, do you think Ken Griffey is the greatest player of all time? That's my question.
I don't think he is. I think, barring injuries, I think he had the potential to be.
Well, all right. How do we feel about anonymous sources? We see a lot of that go around. Everybody got so much to say, but won't stand on their comments. I feel like that's becoming a thing. Like, I hate seeing the latest thing was the Russell Westbrook, even though we was talking before pre-production about just how terrible Russell Westbrook is on the basketball court.
Who?
Russell Westbrook. What did I say?
Just go ahead, Flush. Just go ahead.
Damn, Jay, shut your. Get a ring light, Jay. Are you going back and forth? I don't know what's going on with you.
He plays center and left, by the way.
He keep going to the shadow realm and coming back.
You see? He said, "Man, I didn't get black in the motherfucker."
Hey, because he keeps saying the same wrong thing.
I said Russell Westbrook.
That's not what you said.
All right, you reading too much in this.
You said a Russell Westbrook. Succotash.
Yo, listen.
He said succotash.
Don't sit back, Jay. Don't sit back. Don't sit back. Every time you go back, you get.
Yo, I'm sitting here. I'm trying not to say nothing, but you keep saying the wrong name.
It started with Russell Westbrook. That's what made me go to this. A teammate and
what they say about him?
An anonymous teammate said he's not
anonymous.
I ain't got time for this shit, bro. An anonymous.
You're doing a great job, man.
I'm Red Cup, baby.
You should stop, man.
Hold on, and Jay. That's why he don't need a bigger red cup.
Right, exactly. You need a fucking smaller red cup.
Shot cup, the little red shot.
Little red joke. God damn.
So anonymous sources said that an anonymous teammate said that he was immature and all that, and that's crazy to put out going into
Russell Westbrook
Game 7. Yeah,
he put that out there like that was news.
What's her name? Shelby, the little fat chunky white girl that be on NBA TV, be on ESPN sometimes. Little chunky drink.
So,
I think
it depends on. I think it depends on I think it depends on what the news is, right? So something like that, if you're a teammate and you got a problem with him, I would hope that you've already discussed that with him and you wouldn't have to be an anonymous source. But now if it's an anonymous source into like something that happened in the locker room and they want to tell the story but not put their name on it, I think that's a little different. But if you got criticism for somebody, stand on it. Don't be anonymous. Like who was that when they was talking about the coach that didn't like Shedeur Sanders and was talking about the, you know what I'm saying, all of that stuff about Shedeur? No, stand on that. Don't sit there and hide behind anonymous sources. No, if you got a criticism and you got something to say about somebody, stand on it. If you telling a story that maybe happened in the locker room and maybe you don't want to put it out there that you the one that said it, then that's a little different to me. But I think it depends on what the anonymous source is revealing.
I don't. Go ahead, Jay.
No, go cool.
I don't know why you got to say it at all. This, like, why do you have to give the media something negative that's happening in your locker room? Like, why? What purpose would that serve? Is Russell Westbrook all of a sudden going to become mature because he heard it in the media? Probably not. I mean, if we take it at face value. So, like, just on some man shit. The reality is, not everybody would have brought it to his attention the way we think it should go. And unfortunately, like, the longer you live and experiences you gain, you realize everybody ain't built the same. You don't know how people was raised. Everybody ain't cut from the same cloth. All that stuff, whether it's a rap lyric or your workplace, is true. Right. So we don't know. I can't stand by nothing like that. They went out and lost, you know what I mean? No matter what. And whether he getting preferential treatment or something is different than being in the midst of a playoff run. I think it can be left unsaid. Or at least you should have said it to his face.
In the midst of a playoff.
They need to get rid of Russell Westbrook. They just lost by 30.
Yeah. All right, so here goes
another 30 piece.
Here goes another question.
125.
We got it lined up now to be 4 first-time NBA team. Well, let's say the star players on each team have a chance to win a championship. We have Jaylen Brunson. We have
Ant-Man.
We have SGA, and we have Halliburton. 4 teams left. Who y'all got?
Who you got? Who you want?
Good. I kind of want the Knicks to win for the simple fact that all them boys went to Villanova. So I that's what I want for them. I'm going for the Knicks. Just off that.
You mean to win it all?
Yep.
I'll take Knicks.
Yeah. Go ahead, Jay.
Go ahead, cool.
I'll put my money in OKC.
I'm not a betting man, so I'm gonna go by like care and desire. I would want the Knicks for like story reasons to be first, Ant-Man to be number 2 because I like his the dog and him paws, and I don't know, Halliburton. I don't
want to see OKC win.
I don't want to see OKC win. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like I hated saying it, but I don't even like that too.
Oh man, I hate it.
I think for me, I'm gonna go New York because if we gonna lose, I'd rather lose to the champs. And then second, I would say Ant-Man. I have no desire to see OKC or Indiana win a championship. None at all.
It's gonna be boring, dog.
Yeah.
The TV ratings ain't going.
Yeah. Like
no.
I'm not watching. Well, that's a lie. Yeah. I won't actively watch the finals with OKC in it. Yeah. I'm gonna be aware because I'm
Knicks and Ant-Man do numbers.
Yeah,
easy.
Yeah, it do.
Mm-hmm.
Anything in New York will do numbers in the finals.
If you OKC and you don't win this and you don't beat Minnesota, do you make changes or you stay with the team you got?
They're gonna stay with the team.
I think you rock out.
Stay. They're all young.
They're young.
We were talking about the Giannis situation and all that. Like, I don't see Giannis at 32 years old worth shipping out all that talent.
Nah.
Even if if you get another piece here or there that's not as something, that ain't gonna cost you as much or take too much. They have the thing that I do give OKC is the chemistry they have. Like how if you watch the end of their game, they all come and stand around, no matter who's getting interviewed. That to me, holds weight.
They goofballs.
Yeah, that might be possible.
But I think it's a culture. I think it's a culture, and sometimes it takes a while for, you know what I'm saying, that culture to result in a championship. But I think they should stick with the team they got. I don't think Giannis on that team. If anything, I think they get worse.
Yeah, I mean, who they gonna give up?
If everything runs through SGA, I don't think you change that.
Right.
Who they gonna give up for Giannis?
Too much.
Yeah, too
much.
Everybody got here. Like, why would you break it all up? Like,
I don't see. If I'm the
Lakers' fatal flaw was giving up everybody for fucking Russell Westbrook. Literally, why we could have just ran it back.
If I'm the Knicks, I'm not giving up. I wouldn't give up Cat for Giannis for the simple fact that Cat steps outside the 3-point line, which makes more space for Jaylen Brunson to do what Jaylen Brunson do. Giannis demands the ball. So if you bring Giannis to your team, Giannis act like he's the point guard now. I'm not bringing Giannis to my team.
You giving up Cat for Giannis?
Like the point guard because he has to be the point guard.
Well, shit, even when Dame's on the floor, he's still bringing the ball up. But Dame out there.
Because Dame's not a point guard.
Trash.
Because Dame's not a point guard.
Dame's a two.
What are you talking about?
Well, if I'm the Knicks,
I understand what you're saying, Flush.
Yeah, I with you, Flush. I hate him bringing up the ball too. But
I'm definitely giving up Cat for Giannis. Though.
Yeah, Giannis got no bag though. He has no bag.
2 out of the last 3 years, he's went into the playoffs hurt. Like at 32, you're not getting more healthy.
I don't think you said 32 is not older. He in his prime.
Well, it's gonna be. It's gonna be tough.
32. I'm saying
you brought up 32 several times. Like it's the thing. 32 ain't old in the NBA today.
I mean, LeBron is 41.
It
42.
depends on who it is.
Like who?
Yeah, but look at the game. The game that Giannis plays is muscle and power. Whether he's 32 or whether he's 42, he gonna be strong and powerful. Yeah. So I mean, I don't think his game. But I don't think his game changes much.
Besides this year, the 2 years before this, he went into the playoffs hurt.
Mm-hmm.
When you're the only person scoring on the fucking team,
but he's saying a bit of availability is one of the abilities.
Right, definitely. And if who says that? So I'm saying at 32.
You said it again.
And I say that to say if at 30, and let's say because this year, let's say at 29 and 30, you weren't able to finish the season playing how you play. I'm pretty sure that at 33, 34, 35,
you can't make that correlation.
But I think it's different. I think it's different when you're on another team in another system where you don't have to do everything yourself.
Right.
Do we agree that when you go to another team, if you go to OKC, is that your team?
No.
No,
because SGA is going to be the league MVP. And
so when we talk about your legacy, right? Because we get into that. Like, let's say, all right, let's take it off of Giannis with Brian. Let's say Brian, we Laker fans, they make the moves they make, but Luka wins Finals MVP.
Yep.
But Brian gets the 5th ring.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Him not winning the Finals MVP and him being the second best player in the league. When you talk about the Jordan comparison or like your legacy,
no, LeBron is the league. So there's
I'm curious. I'm
telling you, I'm answering your question. Right. LeBron is the league. He's still the face of the NBA. What are you talking about? I don't give a fuck about the team. He's the face of the entire NBA.
When you talk to Jordan fans, they're going to say, well, he ain't league.
Jordan fans are 50 and 60 years old.
At this point, though, I think when we talk about the Jordan-LeBron conversation, you're on whatever side you're on, and there's nothing that's going to happen in the next couple years that's going to change it. I stand where I stand at on it. And by this time, bro, he's been in the league 20 years. Bro, the line in the sand is already drawn. Like, you either on LeBron's side or you on Jordan's side. It's over with.
Or unless you're
I don't care. Yeah, at this point, I don't care if he win 10.
Yeah.
It's over with.
You got guys like me. I'm on the Kobe side. So
right.
As the GOAT?
That's how I feel about it.
Oh, we're going to leave that where it's at.
He's my GOAT.
Okay.
All right. So Iceberg put something up here, and I agree with this. I'm tired of this.
Yeah. I'm sick of the fucking finger twirl, dog.
Just hoop, dog.
Oh, wrong shit. My bad.
Oh, no.
I definitely did like this hit the button. That's hilarious.
Hold up. The Blitz. My bad. The Blitz. We've been peeping the Blitz for like.
I know you ain't said it. You know what I'm saying? My bad. You got a whole cue.
My bad.
I'm sick of the finger twirl, dog.
Like they want to review everything. Like even when it ain't no review, like you get 2.
Dog, I done seen it the first 2 minutes of the game. Yo, no, dog, hoop. Why are we gonna waste the? Why am I wasting a review on something that just happened in the first?
Getting back on defense. Like yo, your man is running down. He's at half court right now on his way to the cup.
Bro,
so
he's not going to call.
Bro,
well, let's keep it real. Like, so the referees fucking up the game is a part of what makes the NBA great. Like, if we gonna review everything and make sure we get it right, bro, y'all messing up the game. I need something to complain about tomorrow. Like, we got a podcast. Like, if I can't talk about a stupid call, how we supposed to podcast?
Like, get everything right.
Let the refs get it wrong.
It's funny you brought up the them complaining about the calls. Like, and I've been yelling. You can even hear it in my voice. Like, these hands up talking to the ref after the call's made when the other team is inbounding. Unacceptable. Right? They trying to run it down your throat and run you out the gym. This is, 16. Man, it happened. I, driving back, getting in for the podcast. I knew they were going to lose Denver when Aaron Gordon got the ball stripped from him, and they Caruso make a fast break slam. You're gonna see it. And Aaron Gordon sitting on the floor like, hey. Now I know he was hurting. He gutted it out, but like this is game 7. Get your hands up and set it up, bro.
The coach's job. Let the coach do what the coach do. Coach get with the referees. You not getting back ain't acceptable.
I said they ain't got it. They ain't got it.
That's why they get a coach 2 texts a game. That's why the coaches get the text. Go on, coach. I need you to take this tech and get us hyped up. But yeah, let the coaches do that.
All right, just a couple weeks late. Is James Harden the biggest choker pause in NBA history?
No.
So who is?
Right.
Ben Simmons.
I said in playoff history.
In playoff history.
I just don't think James Harden's that good. And I never have. Like,
right, but
I just don't know what we're talking about.
And I'm not mad at you for feeling that way. But when you look at the stats, like under 10 points in playoff games and stuff, like
Game 7.
When you compare him to the guys, and because he's in that stuff, that their class of their era, right? It's Steph, Brown. He's in that class with them guys.
So there's two things that come to mind. There's 2 things that come to mind for me. One, if you're just talking about players, right? The only other player I can think of that immediately came to my mind was Chris Paul. And I don't expect as much from Chris Paul on the floor as James Harden. So for me, it's a no. I think James Harden is it. The other thing is, if you're talking about NBA figures, period, then I don't know. I think Doc Rivers might have something to say about that
as a coach.
Yes.
So my player, did you say playoff? I'm gonna go with Paul George.
But see, I don't know if I put Paul George on that same level as when you talk about Paul George never been an MVP,
right?
We talking about James Harden really with even the numbers he put up this regular season. He's had big games, and when it comes to the playoffs, he just don't show up. I do see where you say like, yeah, Chris, Paul George is a guy who the numbers kind of drop in the playoffs, and he don't necessarily show. But it's a very even with the James Harden stuff. I'm talking about 9 points in a game 7.
He's not that good.
I agree.
I think when they change the rules, and it might be happening in the SGA coming into next year. Because there's a lot of fouls he was able to get that I don't know if they're going to be.
I don't think SGA is that good.
Yeah, I don't like that foul baiting. I'm sorry.
Correct.
SGA, I don't like it.
Now, you know who does it the most? Jalen fucking Brunson.
Yes.
He leans into the player.
Yes.
And then
Man, listen, what's crazy is if you really watching hoops, you'll see a lot of stuff where they go to on defense. I've seen on defense a player grab your arm and then fall. Like it's a lot of little things they doing. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff that's being done that if you watching the game, and I'd be like, yo, did he just grab his arm and fall? It's a lot of when they take charges. It's a lot of stuff that's to it. You said Jalen Brunson. What's the name? What's my man name? Marcus Smart won a whole defensive player of the year on some shit and that's your man. My bad. Dre, Dre. It's a couple of them joints that he was getting off was just crazy.
I admit that, but it worked.
It worked, right?
It worked. I can't complain with it. Listen, I just watched Jaylen Brunson do it to us for 6 games and win a series, and that's all he does.
What's your issue with Josh Hart?
What's my issue with Josh Hart? He's annoying as fuck. I don't like. So when I watch him play, right, he has all of this fervor, like he's a great player, and he's trash. He sucks.
I never got great player vibes from Josh Hart.
I like Josh when he was a Laker.
But he act like he's great. He sucks. He'll score 5 points and act like he had 30. He sucks.
Listen, when I put a parlay together, all I think I'm going for Josh Hart is like 8 rebounds. That's the only stat. You know Josh Hart gonna crash the Bulls and get like 7, 8 rebounds. That's it. I ain't got Josh Brown there for nothing else. I ain't got Josh Brown there for Josh Brown. Josh Hart. I got Josh Hart there
no more. Don't pick the cup up no more.
No red cup?
No, don't pick the cup up no more.
I didn't. So if I do
Josh
like this,
Brown, Westbrook.
if I do like this,
Unanimous. Anime is what he say.
Anonymous.
Nobody else. Anybody who want to be the anybody want to be the A-Mike, just let me know.
No.
Replenishing
we unanimously let you be the A-Mike.
Hey Jay, just don't sit back, Jay. Don't sit back. Whatever you do, don't sit back. I ain't got time for this. I've been kicked out of better homes than this. All right, what else we got, man? A shout out to Jason Tatum. He tore his torn Achilles.
Do well.
I seen it when that's the first thing I said. People were saying a bunch of other stuff, but when he grabbed the back of his leg like that, it reminded me of Kobe. And Kobe just saying how I feel like when you tear it, it feel like it rolls up and it's a burning sensation. That's my first thought.
First of all, watch your mouth. It did not remind you of Kobe. Kobe got up and shot some fucking free throws and walked off.
I said it reminded me of Kobe because Kobe said how it felt. You're not gonna tell me what it reminded me of.
It reminded you of shit. Kobe got up and walked, took the free throws.
I said what Kobe said.
Out.
I didn't say how Kobe handled it.
Your man's on the ground banging on the court. I knew it was over then.
He
was
rolling.
That nigga was breakdancing on the floor.
I saw something that said that Kobe's injury and Tatum's injury happened at the exact same time.
In the full quarter.
3 minutes and 8 seconds left in the quarter.
Damn.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh, that's eerie as fuck.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he was in the hospital, and they said he had a phone call with his dad, and he was like, on some like why me type stuff, and his dad said, "Hey, ain't Kobe your idol? Kobe did it and came back, so you got to do it and come back."
Your mama sit back here and be on some
oh baby, yeah, right.
Oh, that nigga, let him fight. What the great dad say? Let him fight. Let him be a man.
Right.
Oh yeah. Let him be a man. Get up, Craig.
Get up, son.
Craig.
Get up, son.
Get up. No, he didn't say son. He said Craig.
He did say son.
Yo, dog, I'm talking to Jay right now.
He did say son.
He might have said son one time. He said Craig like 8 times. All right, man. This is Brothers Talking Shit, episode 181.
That's it.
Hey, did y'all got a chance to watch the Regina Jackson?
Oh, right.
That's why your fucking ass need to stop having the cup.
No, because look, right?
God damn it.
Anybody actually watch the interview?
I finished watching it today.
You watched the whole thing?
Yes.
What did you take from it, Dre?
So I thought they did a good job of like kind of humanizing her and allowing her to tell her story. That was one part of it. The second thing was they needed Chan for that interview because I don't feel like they pressed her enough, right? Even with what she said, and maybe this is my bias, or maybe this is, something like some preconceived notion I have of her. But for some reason, even in listening to her, there still seemed to be some undertones of like, my son's success is my success. This like almost like you're looking at your husband type of vibe. Like, my husband is a success because I'm the strong woman behind him. It's weird. It just, I don't know. I was trying to be objective when I watched the interview, but there was just those undertones that I just could not get past when she was talking. And the reason why I said they needed Chan on the interview is because they did not. I wanted to know specifically about the Juju Watkins situation, and they didn't ask her about it. They alluded to it. They tap danced around it. No, explain to me why your son was talking to Juju, and next thing I know, you sitting in between them, and they not having a good time. I wanted to know. I wanted her to answer that question, and they didn't give it to me in that interview.
I definitely feel like from the clip I seen, that seems to be the notion. Like, okay, I did this, I did that for him. So as far as, and I think with her being his is she his agent or she's his manager?
Yeah, his business manager.
Right. Those two things, like, you can be too close to something because that's your son. And when you're actually just the manager and you're managing, is a different aspect than when you're the mom who's doing so. So I think it's too personal. She goes into how I did this and I sacrificed this for him. She in a clip I seen, she kind of went to that. So when it comes to the future of him, I don't think you can feel how you want to feel as a mom. I can't tell you how to feel as a mom. I don't know if the end result works out for you, if that's the type of time you want, because he get the when you get a woman around you, whether she's right for you or whatever, if that's the energy, I don't see you winning. And that I had a friend, somebody I worked with, an older lady, and she had her son had a baby or whatever, and she was trying to like have a lot to say about he married. Oh well, I don't think they should, even with the shoes, like little stuff. Mm-hmm. And I had to tell her, yo, listen, you just might want to just fall in line with whatever's going on as far as his wife, because like you saying a lot, and his wife is gonna go to. I mean, if you want some Bible shit, the Bible say your wife come first, even over your mom.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, if you got a lot to say, don't be the one who can't come to the cookout. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when you pressing a lot of things, and it's like she did to me play a lot into how I sacrificed this and he's seeing this. And just because you see a woman, what stands out to me is like with a situation, right? Somebody could be a good friend of me. Let's say Jay, right? Jay has a woman he's dealing with. To me, she's a good woman to me. As far as me dealing with her, that don't mean she's a good wife to Jay. You get what I'm saying? So just because I think she's a good woman because I see her as a friend, that don't mean how she treat Jay as his wife makes her a good wife. You can be a good friend and not a good wife. You can be a good grandmother and not be a good wife. You can be, you know what I'm saying? That's how I look at things. So she says, she feels like her say, just because you think a woman is a good woman for him, don't mean that's a good woman for him. That's only he would know that. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's certain things, in certain ways she feel, and it feel like it's going to end up at the end of the day, step like being something that's going to put space in between her and her son. I feel like that's the risk she's taking for how she's moving.
I agree with you. I think at the end of the day, it's going to come down to some type of contract that's going to have to be divided in between mother and son, and what goes on in the industry. It's like you're too close, you know. It's it reminds me of like the movie what was it, Jump in the Broom or whatever, when the mother was like, "Oh, we're doing this," and then the wife to be was like, "No, I don't want to do this," and it's like this is the lady I'm trying to be with right here. This is the one I'm spending my life with. If you're not on board, like you said, you're not going to make it to this next part of my life. But it's just like she's like, "Oh, well, this is my life." Like it's almost like, my son's working hard to do all these things, but I'm going to do whatever I want, and I'm going to control you as well. So I agree with both of what y'all saying.
Yeah. Jayden Daniels got a daddy that played football at the college level, and apparently was part of his inspiration to start playing football. That's still around. We don't even, look at it and acknowledge that and know that. I'm not going to, the lady is right on some level about people, vampires wanting to, kind of get your. So I understand putting a post up against your, son known to be successful, because I want to be protective in a similar way over mine. But there's a reality here. What does he want? Especially the man version of him. What does he want? And just like if she had a husband you know, she got to understand what he wants for that situation to be successful. It's not going to work long term if there's no back. I don't care how much love you can't do what that girl can do, whoever she's going to be, right? And then you look at the Juju Watkins situation. I want to know, just like Dre said, I want to know because it's not like Juju is a no, you know, no disrespect to the chicken heads, a chicken head or some scavenger or whatever. You know what I mean? Because the chicken head there, you know. But it's not like she's some you know what I mean, groupie type chick. So it wasn't even over, and there's no space for you to even interject yourself in people's relationship. You got to live your life, lady. Respectfully, Ms. Jackson, you got to live your life. Let him live his life. I'm not saying give him to the wolves. I ain't saying feed him to the dreads and all that kind of stuff. The Brittany Renners and all of them, the predatory kind. But like, there's some balance you got to strike with that. And if your manager ain't finna be sitting in between me and no woman on no date,
right?
I'm not paying nobody to do that.
That ain't your job.
There's two other things that kind of, you know, come to mind. One, right? We've seen this model before, right? Isn't Lamar Jackson's mom like his agent or something like that?
Correct.
Okay, so why do I know what Regina Jackson looked like, and why do I know all of this about Regina Jackson, but I don't know nothing about Lamar's mama? Nothing. And she's the manager too. So that's one. And then number two, something that stuck out to me in the interview was she has multiple master's degrees, one of which is in business. But she said in the interview that she's around because Jaden doesn't know, right? The interview doesn't know the business side of things. So it immediately made me wonder, as a father, why do you have a master's degree in business, but your football playing son, who you knew was going to the NFL, does not have the same knowledge of business that you have? Why didn't you pass that on? And to me, with everything else that she said in the interview, it kind of gave me the sense like you almost kept that from him. You almost didn't teach him how to fish,
to keep
right?
around.
Teach him how to fish so that you can still maintain control in his life. And that is what I mean by, like, there's an undertone there of like a control, like I gotta be in control, and almost like a fear of letting him go to be a man. And that's what kind of got me in that interview.
And I guarantee you, if she had a man, right, he would have told her, "Yo, come sit your ass over here, get from between them two."
Damn.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yo, dog, no, come here.
She wouldn't have been at the game.
We could be at the game. We could be enjoying the game. But if he talking to a young lady, boom, my son 10 years old. If we had a game and he had a game, he talking to a young lady, and they talking, I'm not gonna let my wife go over there and be in between. Yo, come here, come sit down. I'm pretty sure that if our daughters were at a game and a guy was sitting next to them talking, and I went to go over there, my wife would say to me, "Babe, no, come sit your ass by me and let them have a conversation." That's what the significant of it. So you got too much time to worry about what he doing because this shit ain't popping.
Right.
If you had a life going on,
as fuck, yo. Like, this shit goofy. This motherfucker gonna be worth $250 million,
and you think
in
you're gonna
a year and a half. Shut the fuck up. Like, get out the way. She goofy as shit. And he allowed it. He's a fucking goof too. He's never gonna win nothing. You're a fucking goof. How can you be the leader of a locker room of a fucking $1 billion goddamn organization and you fucking listen to your mother tell you which way to tie your tennis shoes?
They definitely gonna be talking shit on the field to him.
But yo,
some real dogs.
Look at Kobe and his dad in their situation.
Right.
They didn't like the fact that he was marrying Vanessa.
So
no matter what Vanessa went through, they stayed together. And him and his dad and his folks ain't been the same since. They was living with him when he first moved to LA, and then they went back home. And it got to the point where, as though, which I don't know, I don't got to say in that, things I guess got to the point where they start selling his stuff, you know, the
merchandise.
I want to fuck that word up.
You can say it.
I don't want to say it because I might say it.
Memorabilia.
Memorabilia. Yeah, I see. I've been fucking up. So
don't worry about it first. They started selling his stuff.
They started selling his good shit. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, look. To the point where, as though he passed away, his dad passed away, and that shit was never resolved.
Right.
At the end of the day, what do you want? Do you want to run your child's life, or do you want to be a part of your child's life?
Right.
And that's what I'm saying. Like I said, I don't even know what Lamar Jackson mama looked like. Right. And she's the manager. Why? Because she don't belong all in the video, dancing. You know what I'm saying? That's not your place. And don't get me wrong, I do feel like there is an element of like what the media does where there's a narrative and then they kind of run with it. But the only thing about it is they can't report what they don't see. So if you're not in the truck hiding from the camera, then they can't report on you being there. If you're not sitting between, right? The whole world saw the Juju thing. I've brought up before where, you know, he was at the game on the phone and she telling him to put the phone down because he on camera and all of that. Hey, I'm not telling you not to hang out with your mama because, you know, I would never tell you to do that. But hey, do something without her sometime because it just seems like she's everywhere. Go sit down, Miss Regina Jackson. You're an attractive woman. Go get you a man and go on a couple days. Go on a trip.
You can't
go on a trip and let that man do what he want to do.
When the last time you had a third wheel on a situation? Anytime, right. Like it's been probably some decade. Well, are you kidding me? You can't do that. You just can't. You can't do that. Is he getting any? Is he? Does he have sex?
She said he dates. She said he dates.
It's like,
I don't know how.
Listen, it's some shit that, first of all, this is my thing, and I think I said this before, and I know I've said this more. We not running the same race. Any woman I deal with is not running the same race as my mom. You are who you are. You've done, and this is a conversation we always have. You put these things, you raised me with these tools, and it comes to a point that we always talk about, I gotta let you go live. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you just in a way and not letting this boy live. And at the end of the day, all it's going to do is come back to bite you on the ass. When you should be just finding you a man who's just going to bite you on the ass. If you want to take time.
No kink shame.
You know what I'm saying? So instead of your ass getting bit, your ass about to get bit, minding your son business. Go get you a life, mama.
We are not getting monetized for that.
You have took that boy for as long as you've taken him to as long as you've taken him as far as you can take. Let him spread his wings and trust that those things that you have, whether it's in religion and
he should have been spread his wings though. You in LSU. I don't know about y'all. If anybody has ever been to LSU, it's a fucking fantastic time. If you're going as a fan, if you're going as a student, their motto is "suck the tiger's dick." Like, what are you talking about?
Then you just said we're not going to get monetized, and then you say the shit you just said.
I'm saying
put the shot glass down, Jay. The little red shot glass you got up there.
When you go to the game and you hear that and they go, that's what they
Wait, they say that?
Yes. He was there. Yeah.
I ain't know that.
I didn't know that.
What's my man name? What's my man name? Pat McAfee was at the joint and he kept doing that shit on. Pat McAfee, a motherfucker fool too.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
Shit. He was saying that shit on ESPN, and then the crowd would
finish it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
Yes,
that's crazy.
Yeah, that's
and what if you're the quarterback at LSU?
I know what college my daughter ain't going
to.
Right.
The starting quarterback of LSU.
Right.
Did he win the Heisman?
He won the Heisman.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He thanked his dad.
Listen, so I don't care if you sit between him and Juju. You done already missed the boat.
Yeah.
Whatever you trying to prevent has already happened.
You should have been pushing You should have been pushing Juju towards him.
Right.
Him towards Juju
because
he got commercials and all kind of shit about to pop off.
Right.
She should have been like,
listen, you're not being a proper business manager. As a business manager, you're not doing your job.
She blew it.
You and Juju make motherfucking cents, dollars, millions,
blew it,
billions,
right.
Babies, maybe.
Juju, how you doing? My name is Regina. That's my son Jaylen. Go suck that tiger's dick.
Once again, you say we're not ever going to make no money, and you say two things guaranteed.
Hey, Rel, don't clip that. Don't clip that. Don't clip that.
Hey, matter of fact, Jay, just sit back and fade into the black.
I'm just saying. That's a good Jay reference right there.
Yeah.
And that is we about to end this. So
Miss Jackson, are you Miss Jackson?
Take that.
Do your job. You said take that. Are you acting like Miss Jackson?
Freaky finance.
Let me see.
Freaky finances.
Yeah, like you gotta relax.
I thought you was gonna sit in the corner like Puffy. Let's go.
my God.
This is Brothers Talking Shit
Hey,
podcast,
yo.
episode 181. I'm not sure if you're gonna see Jay next week.
Yeah,
Listen, being
1 week
suspended-
suspension.
Listen, being suspended and we don't make no money is
It's
fucking
crazy.
wild.
It's crazy.
Hey Jay, you might
No
want to just take
monetized suspension is
tell
crazy.
Jay take a personal day. Like, yo, just go ahead and take a mental health day, Jay. But this is Brothers Talking Shit, episode 181. We out here. Goodness me.
Yeah,
God bless
yeah,
you.
yeah.
I love y'all.
Love y'all, man.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't even saying about this orange, man. Look out here.
No, that's dope. I want to give you
Halloween
Halloween. That
shit,
shit
man.
look flower.
You had
I'm gonna go
already
to the house
gone.
and steal that motherfucker.
I'm gonna wear this shit with my Ant-Mans. I ain't gonna hold you.
I'm gonna come up there and steal that motherfucker and wear it as a blanket on my bed. I know that motherfucker about to stick that.
Yo, what the fuck is that?
Oh shit! I ain't the party. All right.
Goodness gracious. God bless. Jay, fade the black.